while I was muted because I was listening to music on the computer and I heard my name and I turned around and thought someone had come in my room.
Ah, jeez. Okay. Okay. So,
Yep, we're live.
yay, we're live. Okay. All right. We'll see if chat. We'll wait for a moment just to make sure chat isn't. Well,
Yep.
actually, nobody's hanging out in chat because they hate us. I'm gonna cry about it. All right. Hello everybody. Welcome back to Pokemon. Let's go. Pikachu. I mean, what? Anyway,
I'll take a Pikachu, all right.
actually, before we start, I actually should. So I've been walking with this. I've been walking with this Clefairy on the ball all week. So I wanna see how much stuff it gets. How much. The top button on the. I want to see how much candy and levels this Clefairy got from being gone for like nearly a whole week. Press the control stick. Do you like it to come back? Yes. Ah, it's so weird having it talk to me from the thing itself. Okay, so it had an amazing time.
What level is it?
It got 32,000 experience points.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, hold on. Take your bets. 30, 33. That's where I think it stops.
Ya doo doo dee da doo doo dee da doo doo.
No, 30. I was close. Level 34. Damn. Oh, and now it has to. Now it has to individually go for every.
Hold on a sec.
Oh, goddamn. Wow. Oh, wait, no. Oh, I had it upside down. Okay, forget an old move. Oh, wait, no, I wanted it to learn Minimize. Damn it. Stupid game. Wants to learn Double Slap. Yes, I want it to learn the move that allows it to hit things more than twice. Because Pokemon's dumb.
Sorry about that. My little cousin came into the room.
Oh, cool. Is it because of Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Jesus Christ, level 34. Oh man, this is too good. Sure, we'll get rid of. Here's the thing. I really wanted to use this Clefairy for my playthrough, but this is too. It's too strong.
Too much.
It's too strong. Hold on. Well, we're gonna keep it on the team. I wanna. Oh, you have to give Metronome. You have to give Clefairy Metronome. This is like a. It's like a.
That's odd.
We need to do some metronome shenanigans. But
Yeah.
we never gave the Clefairy a name, so we need to do. We haven't even gotten to the. I wonder how much like candy and stuff it.
Well, it becomes a Clefable, right?
Yeah, it becomes a Clefable.
So let's name it a Molyneux from Peter Molyneux because of Fable.
You see, I kind of wanna name it after how buff it is, because it just grew a good, what is it, 27 levels at once.
Well, let's see. It's cute, but it's also physically very strong.
Yeah.
Dora Stanpike
Who?
from the Dover Boys. The woman who beats up the Dover Boys. The woman who beats up the guy at the end.
So Doris? Yeah.
No, Dora Stanpike.
Yeah. Okay.
How
Well,
I love her. Father's money.
well, we'll name her Stanpike, because if we name her Dora.
Dora. That's a little too yellow thing of Dora the Explorer.
Yeah. So. Okay.
Let's see. It's level 34, is it?
Yeah. So.
I will look up on Cerebi if it learns any other moves, or if not. Well, I guess you don't have a moon. You even have a Moonstone.
Yeah, we got one in Mount Moon, I thought.
I mean, I don't know. So you check.
Well, I'm playing the. Okay, let's see. Worked hard in Pokemon. So most of that came from just walking. Okay, so you actually don't...
Okay, no, it does learn Moonblast at 46.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I just got Moonblast, I thought, though.
Did you get it? I mean, I don't know. Oh no, I'm on the. Oh, sorry, that's Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's learned every move it can learn, so evolve it.
Alright, do I want to use this controller? Yes, I do. Alright. So yeah, so hold on. Let me save so that we keep all of that progress, because that took like a full 5 minutes. Anyway.
And then we shall do our trading.
Yeah, power-up pocket. No, we didn't, and I think actually we're a little bit boned because
Nope, you don't.
the Moonstones are in where is that place? In Mount Moon, but we just jumped over the ledge. So
Do I have one?
well, you
No,
can't, it doesn't even
no,
matter.
I don't.
Oh yeah, you were thinking that you could.
I
use
could have someone hold it. Yeah.
Well, no, you can't. There's no hold items in this game.
Oh, right, there aren't.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
game is so basic.
Basic bitch. All right.
Yeah. Ready to trade?
Yeah, sure. So anyway, we were going to
So play with others, faraway player internet.
okay, faraway player in. Okay, thank Christ for just a simple trade screen. All right.
Link trade.
Okay, so we have to enter in the same link code. Okay, so
I'll make the code.
well, I'm already on the screen, so I'm just gonna do Pikachu, Pikachu, Pikachu.
Okay. A player has been found.
Please wait.
Wait.
Oh, wait.
Wait.
Are you Lantina?
No.
Okay, well.
I got a random person. I got Gwen.
Okay, never mind. Screw. Why can't they just? Okay.
Okay, so I'll make the room code this time.
Yeah, but let's make it something not Pikachu, Pikachu,
Pikachu. Well, yeah, I think that was the problem.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, that's nearby. Why can't they just make it simple? God. All right.
Okay, the room code is Eevee, Jigglypuff, Diglett.
Eevee. God help us if somebody tries to snipe our traits.
I mean, considering it's on a delay, so.
Yeah, but only like by a couple seconds. All
I
right.
mean, still, they have to react.
Let's see.
There we go.
Rihanna. Oh, because
Yeah.
you were a female. Rihanna.
I was the female character.
Okay, so
'cause I
was
don't like
there?
women.
Do I have anything?
I really don't care.
Okay, well, I'll offer up one of
I mean,
the Odyshes because I know that
yeah,
that
'cause
is a
that-
person exclusive.
And I think a Minky is one. Minky and Sandshrew.
Okay, Minky. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, Ryan's giving me a melty boy.
Nut.
All right. What type is? How do you evolve it?
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go. Oh, I thought you had to evolve it in this game.
Nope, it's the opposite. You have to evolve it in Go. It can't evolve here,
Huh. Okay.
which is
What
stupid.
the heck is that abomination?
Hi, Kath.
What?
Hi, Quathrin.
Like Quathrin.
You're the doctor. Why don't you tell us?
It's nut boy. Nut.
Somebody
nut.
put a nut on top of a Ditto and stuck a pipe cleaner onto its butt, and then
Yeah.
called it a Pokemon.
Why?
I don't know.
Because it's a mythical Pokemon.
Oh no, it's a wire. Okay. Cool.
Nut.
All right.
It's a weird Pokemon.
Yeah, it's a mythical Pokemon. It's technically the first Pokemon for Gen 8.
Huh.
It depends on whether or not you count this game Gen 7 or not.
I mean, it doesn't count as anything, so.
All right. So anyway, you
Here's
needed
a Bellsprout.
Mankey and Sandshrew. You said.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Sandshrew, offer as trade. Quathrin, what version are you gonna get?
If I'm gonna get one, it's gonna be Eevee.
Because Eevee's the best.
Eevee's cuter than Pikachu.
That it is.
Yeah, but can Eevee be a detective?
It doesn't need to be a detective.
No.
Fine, whatever.
Congratulations, Ted. You're now the owner of something that beat Ash's Pikachu.
What, the Bell? When did a Bellsprout beat Ash's
In the Indigo League.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Ash's Pikachu, it's weird. It goes from being the most OP Pokemon in the series to being completely useless at the drop of a hat. It's ridiculous. Alright.
And then Ash's Muck came out of nowhere and won it for him.
Well, I've always liked Ash's Muck. Okay, so I gave you the Sandshrew. Maybe you needed a Mankey?
Mankey. The rest I don't care about.
And what's the other exclusive? Where is the
I think it's stuff you can't get till later.
Okay. Okay.
Like,
so
I think Growlithe is one, but you're not there yet.
Okay.
And Scyther's one because I have a pincer.
Oh, okay. So you can get a Snick. Or no,
Snack.
wait, no, I'll get a
You're
Snick.
getting the snack. Have you been watching, not sure if you know, but have you been watching Tom Fox's Let's Play of this?
I haven't been really watching any Let's Plays. I have been watching the J-Wits do some shiny hunting from time to time. But I have not...
He's always fun.
Yeah, I have not been able... Yeah, he's a
But
super
no,
sweet dude, too.
Yeah. Tom Fox actually modulates his voice for Pokédex entries for every new mon he catches, and he just makes sarcastic replies as Dexter.
Have you seen the clip of the guy who's shiny hunting for the Ponyta?
No.
Okay, so this guy, he's...
No, I have other mon for you.
Oh, wait, what? For what?
The other Eevee exclusives.
Oh, okay. I thought you said that was it.
I said I don't care.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
I said that's it for what you have.
Alright,
Okay,
so...
I'll make another code again.
Alright, well...
The code is Squirtle, Caterpie, Pidgey.
Squirtle... RPG. There we go. I'm really glad that they started making the unique sprites for these, for the small sprites for the Pokemon in Gen 3, because they're always really cool to look at. Alright,
See, I have Meowth. I actually have a Kadabra for you. I have Vulpix, Coughing, and Pinsir. I really don't care what you give me.
I've got a bunch of Paris for some reason, so I'll
Go right ahead.
I'll offer you a whole crap ton of pairings. Yes.
Like,
Well, you're supposed to... The way you get the best Pokemon in this is to catch the same Pokemon species
Over and over.
Yeah.
And you chain, so you're likely to get better stats-wise as well as shinies.
You also get stat boosting candy by doing that, and it's ridiculously OP. Like if you put if this game teaches you that candy makes you stronger, because if you stuff your Pokemon with candy, you can have like 300 attack at level 2. It's possible to have that. All right.
oh, Johnny's in the chat.
What's he doing in the chat like a loser? All right.
What do you mean?
Working
What do you
on
mean
a
lower my?
video.
What do you mean lower my damn mic?
Your mic's fine. Like everybody else is coming in okay.
Because normally it comes in fine. So.
Yeah.
Oh, you got fuzzy. You got fuzzy Vulpix.
Hold on, I lowered your mic for you, so...
Okay.
Yeah, you can also get the Icy Vulpix in this one, too.
Yeah,
Really?
every Alolan version has a in-game trade, where if you trade like the Kanto version that you catch in the game, you can trade it for the Alolan version.
I never liked in-game trades because they always give them stupid nicknames.
Yeah, that's
No, I
true.
think they're just normal in this game.
Yeah, but
I think
then
they
you
realized
can't give
everyone
them...
hates that.
Yeah, but you can't give them your own stupid nickname.
I mean, I don't know if that's how it works in this game.
No, I tried. You can't give them your own stupid nickname, which makes it the worst. 0 out of 10. Here, I'll give you a rat.
Okay. Coffee.
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
I never heard that one. That's a new one to me.
Can't let you brew that Starbucks.
That's an old one to me.
Can't let you spread those chicken pox.
Can't let you sleep there, Goldilocks.
Goldilocks. Can't let you munch those tater tots.
You see, that one doesn't work as good.
That's a stretch.
Yeah.
Someone wants to know if you'll nickname any of your main team, Ted.
Oh no,
I
I
think we were
have.
talking to
I
Ted.
nicknamed my normal one Chew. Like,
Oh, as John says, the chat, my favorite's Wawa Fet.
Okay.
And here's your pincer.
Here, have a bug. Well, I mean, you're also giving me a bug, so
Yeah.
I guess that.
I'm just giving you a much better bug.
Pincer's a beast.
It's a shame Pincer doesn't have an evolution like Scyther, because then it'd be really useful.
It does have a Mega Evolution, but
Nobody cares about Mega Evolution.
I just don't think any of the Mega Evolution designs are good. So you know.
Mega Banette looks awesome.
And that's it. You have all the EV exclusive mon in some way.
Yay. Okay, there we go.
And that's that.
All
So
right.
shall we continue on our quest to be the very best like no one ever was? Except for Red, who already was the best.
Yeah, but then we can kick him in the butt. Alright, I'm gonna...
That would have been a neat little surprise if they hadn't spoiled it before the game came out.
Yeah, nobody... The Pokemon company is not good about keeping
it would have been neat to see Green, but then they spoiled her too.
Anyway, I'm gonna pet my Pikachu. Because he's
there's a Chansey in the background that's way cuter.
No, look at it. It goes Pika Pika, and then you can rub its face and you can poke it. Hold on.
But it's not voiced by Ryan Reynolds.
Gonna poke the Pikachu. There we go. This is a smart idea. That thing can literally kill me. Alright.
his cheek has jiggle physics.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this stupid Clefairy is literally twice the strength of everyone else. Okay, so anyway, what was the name that we were gonna give it?
Standpike.
Standpike, okay.
Dear sweet Dora Standpike, how I love her. Father's money.
Okay, Stan...
People want you to change Pikachu's hair.
how do you change Pikachu's hair?
I think it just depends on how you pet its head.
I did not know that that's how you changed its hair. Hold on a moment. Because I'm giving it the Team Rocket clothes as soon as I get it. But hold on, let me... okay, so that's it. Oh no, it likes me! Yay! Okay, I'm rubbing its hair. Alright. I'm rubbing its hair. Do I have to, like, rub it...
Wow, it gets really jumpy.
Do I have to rub it in a specific way?
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a certain way.
How do I...
Oh, you have to be in handheld mode.
Wait.
Then two
Okay, so we can't...
fingers on the screen and rub
Okay,
it.
Nah,
Okay,
Are we
we
still
can't-
talking?
No,
Chat,
we
are
can't
we
do
still
it.
talking about changing Pikachu's hair, or?
do we have to... Oh, wait, do we have to take it into handheld mode, hold it upside down, and then on Tuesday, Pika-Blue will appear in the Seafoam Islands? Is that how it works?
When you have exactly 67 Ultra Balls.
Okay. Oh yeah, I
Unless-
need to give the Mew a nickname too.
Fetus would be too on the nose.
No, I'll give it. It's kind of demeaning to give the legendary Pokemon a stupid nickname, though. To
Yeah.
be fair. All right, so I've been thinking a lot about what I want my team to be for this version of the game. Oh, hello Mew. I kind of want it to be Mew, Clefairy, Pikachu, Staryu. No, Staryu is also psychic, and I don't want to double lock.
Yeah. Someone posted on Twitter a picture of a Ditto with an almond on top of its head and a straw out of its butt. Milton.
Oh yeah, I wanted Ponyta. I wanted Ponyta on my team, but you don't get that. You can't get a Ponyta until you get to like Cycling Road. I think if I remember.
It's Pokemon Road now.
It's Pokemon
You don't
Road.
wanna
Because
use
there's
the
no bike.
Vulpix?
There's no bike in this game.
Well, I can't chain for a good Vulpix in this version of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Is the thing.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
No, I don't like the Gen 3 bikes. They suck.
The Acro Bike was neat in theory, but it's just.
It was just tedious having to switch the bikes.
Yeah, the Mach Bike was just...
I'll
True.
give
Yeah, but
credit
the
to-
Mach Bike was just hell to control, though. Was the
Yeah.
problem.
I'll give Gen 4 credit to fix the bike situation by just giving you different gears, which is how it should be.
All right. Did we? The Bulbasaur was in here, right? I don't remember. Yeah, we already. I don't remember how much we did in Cerulean. So.
I think we just got here,
Yeah.
if I'm remembering correctly.
I think we did skip a lot of the talking to people because.
I mean, it's Pokemon. Most of them really don't matter.
Yeah, but some people do have items and stuff. So. Okay. Yeah, we already got the. Wait. Yeah, we already got the thing over there.
Red Shell Ray. Yeah, we were told about how to change his hair, but obviously we can't do that because it needs to be docked to stream.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. And if I take it out of the,
It'll mess up the Elgato and all that.
Yeah, because it cuts the signal. If the switch is out of the dock doesn't think that it doesn't display anything, and it stops sending a signal through the HDMI, which is bad news. So, okay. All right, time for everybody's favorite part of the game, Nugget Bridge! Yay!
Yay!
Oh wait, first
There's an Onyx in the house?
Yeah.
You can ride them too.
What, would you have it stay outside? Jeez.
I mean,
I still love that comic of
it's pretty big.
of a trainer walking into the Pokemon Center, then an Onix follows behind it and wrecks the door.
How would Snorlax get in the door?
Well, the Snorlax isn't tall; it's just very fat.
Well, yeah, Snorlax can get to be up to 8 feet tall. So
I mean that's still quote unquote reasonable height compared to like a gigantically long rock snake.
Ow!
Yeah.
You jerk.
Hi, not blue.
Yeah. He really has not done much.
No,
for
he
me.
he does nothing throughout the entire game.
Okay, so he has an oddish. So
He shows up in all the same places Blue does, but he's just not smug or interesting in any way. Okay, he does have one good moment later on, which I actually kind of like, and I wish they did more with it.
At what point's that?
I honestly do not remember. It's later in the game.
Playing through the game with a legendary Pokemon just feels weird because I haven't done this since it was actually. Well, you're never really able to play through the majority of the game with a legendary Pokemon, but the last
No.
time I used a legendary Pokemon in any sense in a real playthrough was my first playthrough of Sapphire version, where I basically just did not give a crap by the end of the game, and I used Kyogre to completely sweep the Elite Four.
Nice.
Wait, no, actually, that's slightly a lie. When I played Leaf Green for the first time, I had Zapdos. I had Zapdos for, I think it's Lorelei gave me trouble since she's I know she's the Ice type trainer, but she's effectively the Water type trainer.
Yeah.
So Zapdos.
Except for like Jinx, yeah, I think she's like all part water types.
Yeah, and I had the Charizard to take care of the Jinx, but everything else was part water type. Oh no, there's a talking Pokemon. Man, it's not like there's 50,000 of those in the anime, and nobody seems to care, but whatever.
I mean, at least Mewtwo makes sense, but how does Lucario get to talk?
He does the mind.
The aura.
He does the thought speak from Animorphs. Am I the
What
only
else do
one
you
who's
have?
gonna get that reference? Okay.
I mean,
Nope.
dude, that was like 20 plus years ago.
Don't
Wait,
tell
Shaman talks too?
don't tell me that Animorphs was 20 years ago, man.
It
Alright.
was.
Don't. Okay, that makes me sad.
In that shitty live action series.
We don't talk about
There was
that
an
either.
Animorphs live action series.
Yeah, it was really, really bad.
Don't. No, there wasn't. It's fake.
Now I want to hear about it because it seems to upset.
There's
me.
also a series of really bad games around the Game Boy Advance era.
No, the games are funny because it's actually relevant.
There's also a really bad Game Boy Color one.
Yeah,
Oh, I've
it's
seen the Game Boy
basically the
Color
Game
one,
Boy
that was
Color one
fantastic.
is funny because it's a really bad Pokemon clone. Like all of the sprites are very, very clearly just trying to be Pokemon. So that's what
Okay,
makes
yeah.
that.
Ian Bow says in the chat, Animorphs is 22 years old as of June.
Ugh, gross.
But I know there's Ocarina of Time and Pokemon Gold and Silver turned 20 today.
Well, they turned 20 in.
Japan.
It's so bizarre that Gold and Silver was probably already out. Was basically out by the
Almost
time.
about the same. We got Gen 1, yeah.
Yeah, and everybody was going gaga over that. It's just like
Yeah.
those Japanese people are like, what?
Which is weird because Ocarina of Time came out in Japan today and it came out like 4 days later in America.
Huh. Well,
But Nintendo was doing close to simultaneous releases even back then.
and it's not like Zelda has. It's not like Zelda's like Mario. There's plenty of text to translate for that too.
Yeah.
So
I think that may have just been because they realized Zelda does better in America than it does in Japan.
yeah, probably.
Lastly, Fabulous She sends out a Psyduck.
Oh, that poor. Oh, the sound comes out of the Pokeball. Oh man, that's weird.
Oh yeah, and Spider Knife, Sonic 2 is 26 today.
I thought that came out on Sonic Tuesday,
Yeah, today is Tuesday, 26 years ago.
but it's Wednesday.
Oh, right, it's Wednesday. You're right, my bad. Yeah, it came out on Tuesday, 26 years ago.
Yeah, but we're talking about good franchises.
Sonic is still generally good.
No. Alright. Oh no, I actually need to switch my Pokemon. Actually, no. Let's see if I
Your
actually...
Pokémon.
Let's see if I can double kick him to death.
Why is the guy with the Sandshrew number 3 and the person with the water type is number 2?
Because you have a Pikachu.
What do you mean?
But like, did he?
I always did. I always did. Like,
presumably, this kid had to beat Last Alley Fabulous She to get number 3 spot. How did he beat her?
Well, it's a strategy because they figure you'll use an electric type to beat number 2, and then they'll send out a ground type after that.
Yeah, but if you sent out a grass type, then you just get to wipe both of them.
Yep.
Oh, so Team Rocket, I mean, whoever organized the Nugget Bridge was thinking ahead. They were thinking the metagame.
Okay. We're gonna have... Oh, man. Since my OP Pikachu is too good, I'll just have to use my legendary Mew in order to make these guys...
Not legendary, mythical. It's completely different.
I hate that they changed... whatever.
Wait, why'd they change that?
Because they had to make a distinction. No, because legendary signify... I guess somehow legendary signifies that you can catch it in the games. Whereas mythical denotes that it's download only.
It might also just be a convenience coding thing, because any mythical Pokemon is something that's event only, so maybe...
It never counts towards stats completion.
Yeah, so all they have to do is put, like, coding, tag mythical don't count towards Pokedex. It might just be something like that.
A separate distinction.
Oh, gotcha. I thought maybe someone got offended. Like, oh, it's not a legend, it's a Pokemon.
The Commentator 67 says download only is complete bullshit. If it was just like normal like internet, then I wouldn't mind. It's the stuff you have to like go to GameStop to get a code for it that annoys me.
Thankfully,
It's like we have the internet. You can just do that.
Well, okay, here's the thing. To be fair, it is really, really easy to cheat a lot of those. Like, there was one, I forget what it was, but there was one event where you had to go to a McDonald's. Any Wi-Fi spot would work as long as you changed the router name to McDonald's free Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
No, seriously?
Yes,
Yeah.
Serious.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe that. That's so good.
It's true.
So I could just change my router to McDonald's and just...
Yeah, but if you do that, then somebody's gonna come up to your apartment and be like, "Yeah, can I get some McNuggets? And are you?
I'm not a Krusty Krab.
And can I get an Oreo McFlurry?" Oh yeah, this guy gave me his nugget. Yeah. I love that he actually changes to the Team Rocket sprite. Yes, I do want to join Team Rocket. Let me join. Dude, no! Let me... Aw, man. I would totally join Team Rocket. They're the... Like, I mean, it's weird that Team Rocket still, to this day, despite being the most basic team in the series...
Are still one of the better ones.
Is still, yeah, pretty much. Like, really, the only ones that are better are Team Skull and Team Plasma. That's really it.
What are we judging based on?
Well, Aqua and Magma's plans are stupid and don't make any sense.
Yes. They were effective, though.
Well, no, they bumbled their way to success, not because of anything they actually thought of.
Okay, but they made it rain / made it really hot outside.
Yeah, but it wouldn't. Yeah, but it wouldn't work because there's the rain.
That's not how the water cycle works.
The rain comes from the water. You're not adding more water to the planet by making it rain. And if you make it really hot, that just evaporates the water. That will then rain back down.
So, I'm not arguing that their goal wasn't stupid.
Their goals are inachievable unless if they literally... Unless if Team Magma got a hose, took it all the way to the edge of the atmosphere and, like, spat all of the water into space. They couldn't do it.
But they succeeded in causing chaos.
Okay.
Mayhem.
And moving on to Cyrus's plan is kind of vague and uninteresting in a lot of ways.
Wait, he's the one from Platinum, right?
He read a lot of really bad philosophy and decided that the world
should be without emotion.
Yeah, he's Count Bleck from Super Paper Mario, but way less interesting, basically.
Yeah.
So
I'll give Galactic credit. They are one of the tougher teams.
well, that's in terms of fighting them, sure, yeah, because
I'll at least give them some credit for that.
the worst team to me is still
It's
Team
Flare.
Flare.
Oh yeah, their plan is stupid. They're uninteresting. They're weak as hell, and Lysander is an idiot.
What were they trying to do?
Okay,
Destroy the world because reasons.
Oh.
It's so the team at first you think is just going to be like a goofy fun team, which would have been okay because it's not like Pokemon's really been a super serious story for the most part.
It's really just been the black and white games.
Yeah, so you're like, okay, they're just, we're obsessed with beauty and whatever. We're gonna have stupid outfits and sunglasses. Okay, I can.
We want to destroy the world.
And then Lysander is just suddenly like, I'm gonna literally murder the entire planet. And it's just like, what? Not to mention that he's like best friends with that region's professor. And the professor can't tell, even though he has.
This world isn't perfect.
Like, there's literally conversations right in front of him where he's just like, I love the world full of beauty. All unbeautiful things should be cleansed from this world. Don't you agree?
And Sycamore's just like, he's an odd fellow, but I'm sure you'll like him. It's like, what?
And we're not really even exaggerating. Is the problem. Yeah, I got Venonat.
Are you gonna does that guy still give you the Charmander?
Yeah, he does. I'm not gonna use the Charmander because I don't know, like as a kid, whenever I played Yellow, I did the team full of starters. I would mimic Ash's team basically perfectly. I would be Pidgeot.
So you wouldn't evolve any of them except the Charmander? You kept
no.
the Bulbasaur and the Squirtle?
Okay, no, you see, I used Ash's team as a basis is probably more accurate because I did evolve them. But you brought
Butterfree,
Pidgeot, and the 3 starters. Yeah.
So you released
and then you released
the Elite Four.
Yeah, then you released Butterfree by the time you got to Lieutenant Surge.
And you went to Safari Zone and got 30 Tauros, but you never spoke of that day ever again.
You also got a Muck and a Lapras and then used them.
You see that's the frustrating.
No, the Lapras wasn't until the Orange League.
Orange Islands.
You see,
I always wanted that game. I always wanted an Orange League game, and then we never got it.
What's frustrating though is that Ash spends most of Kanto with a spot open on his team, and he just never fills it ever. Like it's like, okay, you've got 6 Pokemon at Oaks.
You have a really good Tauros there.
Yeah.
You have a Muck who's pretty good.
Yeah, but you also have a Krabby. I guess you could use that too.
The Krabby evolved into a Kingler during the Elite Four. I remember that.
During its first fight, actually.
Was that its first fight?
Yeah, it was its first fight. Wow. He's not going to use the Squirtle that he's been using like the entire adventure. No, he's going to use
nothing will be more. It just left at some point.
It left during Johto though, because the Squirtle squad needed him for reasons.
Yeah.
Reasons. Although the most annoying of Ash's team will always be the Goodra.
There's a
in Gen 6 during the X and Y stuff, it literally has a 100% win rate. It has won every fight it's ever been in, and then he lets it go before the league championships.
Are you kidding me?
Honestly, no. the Ash Greninja bothers me more because for one thing, I hate the design. I think it's dumb. And also the idea that, oh man, their bond is so close that they can achieve this special Mega Evolution that doesn't exist for anyone else. And he's literally had the same Pikachu on his shoulder for 20 years.
For 20 years. Who's apparently not close enough to him.
I'm about to Google this, because I don't know.
What the Ash
Wait, what the
Yeah.
Is this real?
It's real.
Yeah.
Is this real?
It's real.
Yeah.
Is this...
And then it lost to a Charizard.
It lost to a Charizard, a fire type.
What's on its head?
It's like it's supposed to be Ash's hair or whatever. And Gen 6 was apparently a really good season of the anime.
From what I hear, yeah, which is a shame because since Sun and Moon went basically entirely to the comedy route, it would have been the perfect time to have him actually win.
Is this some like Steven Universe fusion stuff going on here? I'm real confused.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know it's Mega Charizard X, and therefore it's Fire, Dragon, and thus normal effective to water types, but its fire moves are still weak to water type. Yeah. So the Greninja still has an advantage.
I just remember when the Chikorita fell in love with him, and that was...
I think, oh yeah, from what I remember, I think the Goodra also copied the Chikorita's shtick. and also fell in love with him. I think maybe. I might be misremembering that. I haven't watched the anime since I was like 10, so you know.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not the first person to say this, but I think the Pokemon anime would benefit from just, having a new main character and not having
that's
what
we've been saying for years, and
yeah.
The problem is they can't get rid of Ash because that would get rid of Pikachu.
I did really like the Pokemon Adventures 2-part series where they had the Gold, Silver, and Crystal people be animated.
or Pokemon the Origin.
Yeah, I really did, and also the Pokemon manga I think is also a pretty good way to experience the stories again. Like
except for Black and White, that arc is awful.
I didn't mind the first half of it. I read that.
The first half was okay. The second half is so bad.
I do know that they put all of the gym leaders on crucifixes or something like that. I know that.
Yeah, and then the male trainer gets trapped inside with like the legendary Pokemon, and then just gets sealed away, which makes no sense.
I mean, granted,
which is funny because Black and White has the best Pokemon story of the games, but it has the worst manga arc.
It's also, I mean, to be fair, it's not like the manga hasn't done weird crap before. Like, they made Lance a genocidal maniac.
I think that has more to do with that Lance literally had no personality before they got to that point.
They also, have this very dramatic fight with Silver and Gold teaming up against, I think it's Team Rocket. And then they both, get knocked out, and you're like, what happened to them? And then you spend, a good 2 volumes just following Crystal around. And she's having happy-go-lucky adventures, and you're wondering, is Gold dead? I think he might be dead.
No, he lives.
Yeah.
Because Red has to train him to be the second best that ever was.
Yeah, but no, especially the Yellow arc, I really liked.
Yellow's an interesting character because he's completely original.
Yeah, I really like the Yellow arc, because I also really like what they did with Mewtwo. Although, having him fight with a giant spoon is a bit weird, but whatever.
Yeah, they made Mewtwo just smart enough to be smarter than basically every other Pokemon, but he's not, in person in a weird Pokemon body.
Also, him and Blaine are, melded together, which is also weird. But,
Oh, Blaine's amazing in this game. Just wait till you get to Cinnabar Island.
I have not gotten there yet on my personal files. So.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh man. Oh, so do they involve him in the Pokemon Mansion and stuff like that?
No, but he's part of the quiz.
Okay. So they bring back the quiz. All right.
Yeah, he set up a game show in this gym.
What the fuck? I mean, I guess after you quit Team Rocket, you need something else to do with your life. So.
That was another weird thing with the manga where they made Sabrina part of Team Rocket.
I guess it makes it makes some amount of sense because again, there's not there's much story to work.
Yeah, there wasn't much to work with.
So
I think they kind of went with the anime angle where she's just kind of a psychic nut job.
Yeah, so it's in the manga, it's Surge, Sabrina, and Koga, I think, are in Team Rocket.
Yeah.
Which I saw.
Well, Surge and Koga are basically just guns for hire at that point.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they picked the scarier characters, I guess, is what they kind of wanted to go for.
Well, Surge and Koga give up on Team Rocket pretty quickly after they realize what they're actually doing.
Yeah, and then they do help, I believe, in the Gold, Silver, Crystal arc, or they actually no, I think they help in even as early as the Elite Four arc because in the Yellow arc, the entire Elite Four are evil. Except for Bruno. Bruno's just kind of your stoic, oh, I need to fight I need the perfect challenger. Oh, he's Volga from Hyrule Warriors, basically. Or Volga from Hyrule Warriors is Bruno,
whatever.
More accurately, I suppose.
Which is weird because Bruno does have a defined personality because he was in the anime before the manga came out.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Yeah, he was in the anime for 2 episodes.
I thought that the manga came out before the anime, though.
No, you're thinking of other. I think the Adventures manga came out after the anime started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he's Lorelei appeared in 1 episode.
I mean, none of the Elite Four really have that much personality.
No, I just find it weird how Bruno's the one that they gave the most screen time to, and Agatha and Lance never show up.
In the anime at all?
I don't think so.
That's weird considering
in the actual anime, because I know they appear in the origin, obviously.
Yeah, but that's weird because Agatha's really one of the only Elite Four members with any amount of plot significance ever, because she's like,
yeah. Oh, have you ever seen
Professor Oak's Fling or whatever it was.
Yeah, have you ever seen the Pokemon Zero mock-up?
No, I haven't. Are like Oak and Agatha the main characters?
Yeah, where the male and female trainers are young Oak and Agatha, and there's only like 110-ish Pokemon. Like Magnemite's not around because they haven't been discovered yet.
Oh, that would be cool.
And instead of like purely about Pokemon catching and battling, it's a little bit more about resource management because you have to make the balls yourself out of apricots and stuff.
Oh, that would be neat. Actually, I'd be down for that.
Yeah, someone made a mock-up of that, and it actually looks kind of interesting. Too bad it'll never happen, but
yeah, I think it'd be cool if they were going to do that, and I think it'd be cool if they kind of. If I were going to be the one doing that, I would make it so that it was like you don't explore the entire Kanto region. You explore like half of Johto and half of Kanto, because maybe they haven't like developed the cities yet or whatever. Like, I think that'd be cool. Someone also, I forget who mentioned this, but an idea that I also thought would be neat is if they were going to do another Let's Go game, instead of making it a remake of Gen 2 or whatever, if they made it a new region and then had the three guys from Go and that professor have their own game or whatever.
Willow, the problem is you'd have to find a way to make it tied in with the main games so people could actually have them. Because you're never going to get away with tying Pokemon specifically to Go and Let's Go. The fan base of the main games would flip.
I mean, I get that, but they'd also all buy them anyway because they're sheep. So, you know.
I mean, yes, but that's also not inherently the point.
Yeah. I mean, I've been having a lot of fun playing this game. I mean, it's remarkably simple, but I think that's why I've been enjoying it, because I never really play Pokemon for something super complex anyway. And sometimes stripping stuff down I think helps, because complexity and depth are not the same thing. So, Squirtle.
I think it's a little too basic for its own good beyond, being little kids' first Pokemon game.
It's a Squirtle.
Like it just gets kind of mindless at points.
Oh, sorry, I heard my phone buzz, but that's just a Twitch notification.
Yeah. But like I said, if they wanted to make this game for younger kids and easier and stuff, I do hope they use that as an excuse to make Gen 8 a bit harder.
Well, I think that I will. Let me kind of make my thought a little bit more organized by babbling for a second. Okay. We mentioned this when we did Sun and Moon, but one thing that I didn't really like about Sun and Moon is that a lot of the trainer fights felt, they felt like a waste of time because they all had like one Pokemon each.
Yeah.
So they don't necessarily have to make the game mega ultra challenging, but I would appreciate it if, since Let's Go basically has the same type of fights that you see in like Gen 6 and Gen 7, where it's like all the trainers have like 3 Pokemon max. So if they were to do so for Gen 8, maybe not make it like SMT hard, definitely not like that. But
no, I'm not saying it needs to be the hardest RPG ever. Just like it needs to add some level of difficulty, because if you want to use the excuse of this is for beginners and new people, then your main games have to compensate for that the same way Mario Odyssey did for all the new Mario games.
Yeah, so that's I think one of the better ways to do it, though. For me, I would say is to make it so that like the trainers feel a little bit more substantial to fight. Is one, where if you're gonna get, especially since they made it a lot easier to skip the trainers now because you have full 3-dimensional movement. Like, yeah. Okay, so if you do fight them, you're actually gonna have to fight them. It's not just like it's not basically the same as a random encounter.
Yeah.
All right. So this has always been like one of my least favorite routes in the game because it's
no, the worst
trainer fights.
No, the worst is still the worst is still the route parenthesis S, the routes between Lavender and Fuchsia.
Well, you see, I don't count that one as much because you can always take the cycling road and be
but
in a fraction of the time.
Yeah, but I don't want to but I don't want to leave the experience on the table.
Yeah, I mean, granted those routes are still.
It's still the worst series of routes in the game.
It's just so long without a. It's so long without a Pokemon Center, and if you want to go back, you have to. Like, I mean, by that point, you should have Fly, so you can fly back, but.
But then you have to run all the way back still.
Yeah. And I noticed the running a little bit more in this because you don't get the bike. And granted, you can ride Pokemon, so if I could just, like, I guess I could have just taken the...
They're not that much, they're not really that much faster, so...
Do you not have running shoes? I noticed.
No, well, you automatically have running shoes. You're not, like, hold on.
That's the run speed?
Yeah,
running shoes. Running shoes.
Running shoes. But no, seriously, that's the run speed.
It's pretty slow.
It seems slow for the amount of ground you cover.
Well, it's still faster than the walking speed from RBY, though, to be fair.
I mean, that's not saying much. Anything's faster than that.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, also it's really hard to compare, I feel like, a sprite-based game that's on, like, a grid versus a 3D game.
Yeah, a sprite-based game on a grid that's on, like, a very tiny-ass Game Boy screen.
The proportions are exactly the same, so it's actually easier than
roughly.
You think.
What?
Yeah, if you go back to the screenshots and video footage of Gen 1, everything is basically structured and sized almost identically. Like, everything's about the same size.
Well, it still feels like you're moving slower than you can move in Leaf Green.
Oh, well, you could. Well, that's because the Leaf Green and Fire Red, they have a can of espresso shot straight up your asshole. So, you know.
Perfect. That's how I like that's how, if my RPG protagonist is not running, they better be waving at me the whole time.
It's a suppository.
Catherine, nobody's gonna get that reference, because we're the
know.
only two people on the planet who have played Dragon Quest. Outside of Japan. You haven't even, well, you're getting close to the ending-ish. You're like...
to be fair, Ted, it is on my list of things to get at some point.
Oh,
DQ11?
I
feel
so
like
good.
DQ11's. Ted, turn this off, put on DQ11!
You can like both games, you know?
Yeah, my games to eventually get are Dragon Quest XI, Valkyria Chronicles 4. I'm gonna get Donkey Kong Country for Switch just because it'll be much easier to record off of.
You see,
I honestly think DQ11 is like, I don't know. I feel uncomfortable with how good it is. Like,
also,
it
Lost
keeps getting
Sphere and
better
Ikaruga.
too. Is the So here's the thing.
Oh, she's proud. Did she say she's proudly independent?
Oh no, they referenced the fact that this is a date spot.
Makeout spot. Yeah,
from Gen. There's a lot of really cool Gen 2 references in this game. One of the best ones, if you haven't seen it yet, is in the rocket base. I won't spoil it. Oh, I love the seismic toss animation of this game. It's amazing. But I love that they reference something small like...
What? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Which is funny because it does very little damage because it's just based on the level of Pokemon.
What I'm really wondering, though, is if that animation changes depending on where you are in the world. Like, if you're in Europe, is it centered on Europe instead of on...
That would be a nice attention to detail.
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't know if it would, though, because I've never put in my information like that.
Well, it's probably reading your Wi-Fi.
It might. Well, we could... I'm sure chat can answer for us. Okay.
Yeah, I like her coat. Someone in the chat said they liked her coat. I like her coat, too.
Yeah, but...
You get Seismic Toss. Oh, utterly worthless move.
Well,
what's with the Big Brother, like, lamppost, speaker, radar tracker things? Those make me uncomfortable.
Wait, what thing?
The thing in the back, like, it was like, I don't know if it's supposed to be a lamppost, but there was no light.
Oh,
there was one near the Charmander person, too.
Oh, well, it might be a lamppost, but it's daytime, so... Nighttime doesn't exist in Kanto for another 3 years. All right.
Oh, okay.
I'm a talking Pokemon. You're not Jeff Goldblum.
You see,
He's a Nidorino?
Yeah, he's a
never thought he was
Clefairy, I think he's only a Nidorino in yellow. I'm pretty sure he's a
Clefairy.
He might.
I don't think you could tell what he was in yellow.
That's a good point. Granted, but I think in the anime he was a Nidorino, which is why they made him a Nidorino in yellow. And they based this game off of yellow because I guess they wanted to differentiate it from Leaf Green and Fire Red in some ways.
So is there a Nidorino in the other compartment? Was there a human?
We never. Oh no, this one actually does explain where the Nidorino goes. Unlike the original versions where you just assume it's still in the pod.
Wait, what happens to the Nidorino?
Oh, there's a Nidorino.
It just runs out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but we always wonder, is there just a blank-eyed human in there going, Reno.
Hi, Bill.
So they do make a few Sun and Moon references in this, but considering that this game takes place a good couple of years before Sun and Moon, I was really...
A good 20 years before Sun and Moon based on Red and Blue's appearance.
Yeah, I would have really liked if
or more like 10 years.
Because that's actually one of the cooler... oh yeah, I'm talking to my Mew. So that's one of the things that I really liked. One of the cooler references I liked in Sun and Moon is at the end, they go to talk to Bill because he has experience. It's a wind-powered light. That's cool.
Oh.
See, because the wind turns the thingy and that powers the light. Oh, that's neat. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. They do talk about going to see Bill because he's the only person stupid enough to combine himself with a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay, so people in the chat are saying in the anime he was a Kabuto, but it was a costume.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then in the manga he was a Rattata, so he had no taste in the manga.
Yeah, well, Bill does a lot.
But at least it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Bill does a lot more in the manga because he's one of the only named characters in the game. So they didn't really have much.
I don't want another Bill card in my deck. Stop appearing in the packs, please.
Okay, so since
you and fucking Imposter Oak.
Okay, so we're. I remember the Team Rocket set was so cool when I was growing up.
Yeah.
So anyway, we are going to absolutely demolish this gym right now.
Yeah, we're going swimming.
I should heal first, though. What's really... Wait, if you go back, can you surf in Misty's gym and still encounter Pokemon in there?
I have no idea. I haven't tried.
Can you still fish on the statues?
I doubt that.
Are the statues... Are the statues still PCs?
No, the invisible PC in Celadon still isn't there.
Oh,
what?
There's no PCs in this game. Yeah, you didn't know about the invisible PC in Celadon?
No.
In the department store, I think it's the department store. I can't remember where exactly, but in one of the buildings, you go all the way to the end of the wall, and in one certain tile, if you interact with it, it's a PC.
Oops.
Take
that out.
It's Gen 1. Are you surprised?
That game's being held together with paper clips and Scotch tape.
I love that. It's kind of like endearing that they just we forgot to take that out.
It's like, so cute. You try so hard.
Oh, someone hold on. Mama Luigi says, fun fact, all the female trainers in this gym are named after Misty's sisters.
Oh, okay, they finally did that. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I did not mean to do Thunderwave. I'm glad that they did give a lot of love to the anime in this. Honestly, just visually, I've been really in love with the way this game looks, which is surprising to me because when I first
it's a smidge basic, but
I mean, granted that's true. Like when I first saw it, it's just like, oh, this looks like X and Y, but shiny.
There's a lot of good environmental details, but the models themselves are kind of meh.
Yeah, the character models are really the only thing I'm a little bit about. There's a lot of love put into the areas though, which I appreciate.
Yeah. And like even when you go to pet your Pokemon, it takes a version of the area you're in and where you're facing at that moment and puts it behind them.
Yeah, I always appreciate when they do stuff like that.
Spider Swiggy asks, actually, do Misty Sisters only exist in the anime? I think they're vaguely referenced in one of the games, but I can't remember which.
I don't. So all I remember about Misty in Gen 2 is just really annoyed that you interrupted probably the only date she's ever going to have in her life. So she's understandably a little peeved about that. I don't blame her.
Yeah, I can't remember what game, but I'm pretty sure in one of the games they make a vague reference that Misty has siblings.
Oh boy, our Pidgey's evolving, guys. So actually, one of the things that I'm really glad about, and this is something that applied to Gen 7 as well, but now that there's no more HMs, you don't feel obligated to have a flying or water type on your team anymore. Which is
How do you fly?
You get balloons. You get a balloon tricycle, and then you fly in the balloon tricycle to wherever you're going.
The magic balloon!
Yeah. So...
a balloon tricycle.
I fell for a second.
It's cute, you'll see. But one of the things, it's just I've always felt obligated to have a water type on my team because I'm gonna need it.
I usually do. I usually do anyway because they just have really good coverage. But
yeah, but the thing is that because I always have a water type on my team, I almost never go for grass because there's really nothing for grass to do if you have a water type. So
aside from maybe deal with other water types, but you usually have an electric type.
Yeah, so that's why I'm glad that you don't have to go for water if you don't want to. So
flying.
Yeah, or flying. I mean, because flying is usually more of a hindrance anyway, because it's not like you're going to have any trouble with bugs, otherwise.
Well, no, flying, depending on the flying type, they could be useful based on their speed and just generally higher attack stat.
It just depends. A lot of the time, flying is more... A lot of Pokemon just have flying as a secondary thing anyway, so...
Yeah. I mean, it's useful for ground immunity, because ground is basically the best physical offensive type.
Pretty much, most of the time, yeah.
Oh, she's not wearing a swimsuit!
She's like 13.
That was a bit weird in the original game. I do like how they gave Brock and Misty their original poses.
Did Misty have the Psyduck in yellow?
No.
Okay. Well, I do appreciate that, because Psyduck... Psyduck was arguably her strongest Pokemon, though, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
I think I remember in Yellow she just had Staryu and Starmie, but I might be wrong. It's been a while.
I guess as far as posing goes, they did bring Brock and Misty back in Sun and Moon for a few episodes, and they did do their poses there when they fought Ash.
Oh, that's cool. So, actually, one thing that that's actually really funny is if you look up Misty from the anime, her Starmie actually loses way more fights than her Staryu does. Her Staryu is just stronger. Which I suppose could make sense if they went with the idea that Misty evolved her Staryu too early, and it doesn't know any good moves. Like, I guess that could be something. I don't know. Anyway, Misty's Starmie is actually not really a problem.
Not in this game, anyway.
Yeah, normally
which is weird because every other game her Starmie's in, it's a massive wall.
It's probably one of the first real difficulty spikes that you're gonna have in the game, although I don't think that Gen 1 really has anything as wallish as Whitney
Mars' Perugly.
Or Mars' Perugly. Yeah, because Mars' Perugly, there's really just no options.
It's shockingly tough.
There's no options, because I don't think you really even have any...
You can't have a ground type at that point.
No. There's no fighting type moves, I think, really, either. Yeah, so anyway...
She gives you Scald, which is a really good move.
Yeah, for sure. So, since Mew can learn literally everything, I'm going to teach it to Mew. And Mew's going to be our water type for a while. Yeah.
What does Scald do?
It's
an 80 power special move that also has a chance to burn.
Yeah, so it's like you're throwing hot water on them. So
yeah, I'm aware of the meaning of the word Scald. It just is a weird name for a move.
They wanted to give water types something to do status wise, because otherwise it just kind of doesn't have any.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if it was going to be a water type move or a fire type move.
No, it's actually highly valued and competitive.
Yeah, because Burn's considered really good since it can lower attack.
It lowers attack and does continuous damage.
Yeah.
I mean that's what I did with Eevee because I gave it the special moves you learn in Cerulean.
Oh, I'm not doing that because they're too good.
Its fire type move is a guaranteed burn. So
Wait,
the one thing that its fire type attack is a guaranteed burn.
The only other move that can do that is Sacred Fire. That's Ho-Ho's special move.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So basically at that point the only thing that stood any chance stat-wise in hurting my Eevee was a fighting type. So whenever it was up against a fighting type, I just used the burn and cut its attack in half, and now it stood no chance.
This is probably the easiest game in the series to do one to just play your starter.
Eevee is so ridiculously broken because it has access to 6 special moves via Move Tutor. The Water type move heals itself. The Electric type move is powerful and is a guaranteed paralysis. The Fire type move is a guaranteed burn. The Dark type move is a guaranteed... I can't remember which... The Dark type move is a guaranteed Reflect setup on top of doing damage. The Psychic type move is a guaranteed Light Screen setup on top of doing damage. And I forget what the Fairy type move does, but it's also a really good move, so...
That's disgusting.
Yes, it is.
Pikachu.
What left those footprints?
We don't know. nothing on the Team Rocket's team is big enough to make it. Actually, I think he has just like a coughing, so I don't think nothing on his team even has feet.
he was wearing these big fuzzy slippers and just dragged her to the house.
Thank you, Wonderbread. Apparently the Fairy type move heals you of status. Okay, no, it was Eradicate, so it's the biggest Eradicate feat on the face of the planet.
Eradicate was wearing slippers.
It's huge.
It's huge.
Oh, it is Eradicate. Actually, Eradicate does have feet that shape.
Yeah, that actually that is the right shape of the footprint, so.
There we go. I got an answer to that question.
Oh no, Super Fang. Ow.
Oh yeah, and the commenter 67 says the Dark type move Eevee learns is called Batty Bat.
They're all like...
They're all really stupid names.
Yeah, they're all like Sizzly
Fuzzy.
Sizz and...
Sizzly Slide, Bouncy Bubble, Buzzy Buzz.
I know that Pikachu's...
What was it called? Fuzzy Buzz?
The electric type move Eevee can learn in this game.
Cute.
So, I know that Pikachu gets a move, an electric type move, called Zippy Zap, that has max priority. So it'll automatically go first, even above moves like Quick Attack
or Extreme Speed.
And not only that, it also is a guaranteed critical hit.
So they might as well just double whatever attack it had.
Well, no, it's even better because since it's a guaranteed crit, that means it pierces defense. And I think it also ignores any stat downs as well.
Well, that's what ignoring defense means.
Well, no, I mean like it'll ignore their defense buffs, but also if you got like charmed or whatever, it will ignore your attack downs as well. Oh yeah, we have to catch like 5 Growlithe up here in order to get the free Persian, is it?
Well, I mean, I gave you a Meow, so.
Yeah, but I want I want the free stuff. So we're gonna catch, and besides, I do want to fill out as much of the Pokédex as possible. So I'll go look for some Growliths. It's a Jigglypuff. I don't know if I actually have one of those yet. I might have caught one.
The Jigglypuff song sung by Kevin Conroy.
Actually, no. They did the little animation, so this is actually the first Jigglypuff I found. Oh, I probably should have bought Great Balls too. Oh, wow.
Jump.
Yeah. So actually, one thing that I've noted is that I find this game a lot more fun to play in handheld mode than in dock mode.
Yeah, I agree there. I tried the motion. The motion controls are very finicky.
The docked mode when you're playing in dock mode, which is what I'm doing right now. Hold on, I'll get into another fight so that I can kind of better explain what I'm talking about. But a Pokemon has to jump down here first in order for that. Ooh, Abra, noise. Okay, so if you're looking at the screen right now, you'll note that our viewpoint is always the same. Like Abra's moving back and forth here, but our viewpoint's the same. And the way that we motion control throw the ball determines which direction it goes in. Like, I'm just going straight on underhand right now, and it just kind of went mostly straight. But if I throw to the side like this, it'll go left. Ooh, great throw. If you're playing in handheld mode, instead you kind of do gyro aiming, like aiming arrows in Breath of the Wild.
Well, you can use the stick to get a general sense, and you use the gyro to kind of get slightly more precise.
Yeah, so it basically works like aiming arrows in Breath of the Wild is the best comparison I have. So it's just more accurate, and I find it's easier. It's easier to hit moving Pokemon. It's slightly harder to get excellence though, because the auto, because when you kind of make the motion, it does kind of auto lock on for the dock mode.
To be fair, I cannot find any. It doesn't feel like the nice grades and the excellence don't do anything in this game.
It does.
I know it does, but it's so minuscule. It doesn't feel like it does anything.
It's just one of those things where it's
too RNG dependent.
I wish that one thing I think would help is if you could buy the better berries. Like if you could spend money to get golden raspberries or whatever, that would make it feel a lot more fair. Because then you can, even if they were just, really expensive. Where the hell are those Growlithe? Can they pop up in this room?
I don't know if they
there
are.
They
I don't
are.
think they can.
Yeah, one literally just popped out at me.
Yeah.
Rawr.
Why is Pikachu shaking a Joy-Con in the corner?
Because he wants me to do co-op. Oops.
Seriously?
Yeah. What's actually really funny is a lot of shiny hunters have started playing co-op by themselves, so that they can get the double, catch chance.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I mean, granted, I used to trade Pokemon to myself, so I really have nowhere to. Wait, so hold on, but you were an only child. How did you get 2 Game Boys to trade to yourself? I could at least borrow my sister's.
That's a good question. I never had 2 Game Boys. I
really only started doing that once.
Did I borrow a friend's? I feel like I must have borrowed a friend's.
I mean, I used the GTS for most of my stuff until we started doing the channel, and I needed to get a recording 3DS, so then I had to. So I'm like, okay, I might as well just cut out the middleman and just do it myself.
Yeah, I think I borrowed from friends mostly, or like when I got I know I had a GBA and then I got the SP, and then I could trade it to myself.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, Growlithe.
Okay, now the Pikachu is trying to get your attention, so shake the Joy-Con to get it to go to it.
Okay, hold on. Oh, that's what happens when the thing is shaking the Joy-Con? Okay.
I guess.
Hold on. Oh, wow. Oh, that means it has a present. Oh, it gave me something. Yeah. What is it? Oh, glass. Thanks. I don't know what that does.
Don't touch that.
I think you're supposed to just sell them the shops, but I like the gifts so much I just keep them all. It gives them to me.
Yeah.
It has a bunch of different ones, so.
Yeah, like I know that.
Although once you beat the Elite Four, it gives you a bouquet.
Aw, that's adorable.
Which is super cute. Yeah. Well, his description is even more heart wrenching. A bouquet made with heart and soul for a particular trainer.
Oh. Oh yeah. So also, just a random thing. If you look at the summary for the Pikachu, it says came to the Kanto region through some mysterious force. So yeah, that's weird. All right.
It is quite weird. Yeah.
We're gonna get some Pokemon multiple timeline.
It says met each other again in Pallet Town.
Exactly.
The idea is because you met it in Pallet Town and you caught it, and then it hopped to the professor's house. I think is the thing that they're trying to imply, even though it doesn't make much sense.
Unless if there's some weird space-time dimensional vortex.
To be fair, that's already happening.
Yeah.
Reincarnation?
No, it's Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
In Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, Giovanni has become like a timeline-hopping master villain, and it's dumb, but it's the Team Rocket remix is really good, so I don't really care all that much. Also, he finally uses the Mewtwo on his team, which I just find really cool. You know.
Yeah, he comes from a timeline where he actually succeeded.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then he kidnaps all of the other villains from all of the other timelines where they also would have succeeded because there's not any player character to stop them. And there's just a lot of really cool stuff in there. Like, for example, Gestis from Black and White His whole thing was that he was trying to manipulate people so that he wasn't the... He wanted N to be seen as the world ruler so that he wasn't the main target, basically. So it's just like, oh no, I'm just his advisor. That guy, he's the king. You know, so he tries to manipulate Giovanni in the same way.
But Giovanni's clearly manipulating him instead.
It's like Giovanni's just like, oh yeah, whatever. I know he's up to shit. I do not care. So, yeah.
I have a Mewtwo on my team. He can do nothing to me.
Although it doesn't make much sense how he got the other legendary on his team, because he has one of the, depending on what version you have, he has one of the dragons, but, you know, whatever. Okay, we're almost there. I think we need 2 more Growliths. Unfortunately, they're a pretty rare spawn, unfortunately. One cool thing about this game, though, is you can find a Chansey in almost every route. So they effectively brought back the Audino hunting.
Well, unfortunately, they couldn't. Well, the thing is, they couldn't bring back the Safari Zone because the entire game is basically the Safari Zone.
Yeah. So, but Chansey, you can actually take advantage of the fact that they give a lot of EXP in this game.
Yeah, you can catch in random routes now. You can catch Chansey, Kangaskhan, a few others that you only get from the Safari Zone. You can catch Porygon in one route.
Yeah. I tried.
Which is weird because you can get a Porygon for free after you beat the self-co game. Self-co part of the game.
I think they wanted you to technically be able to chain them all, is the thing.
Yeah.
You can chain every Pokemon in the game, even the legendary birds you can technically chain. It's just...
How?
So...
Once you beat the game, you can fly on Charizard and a few other Pokemon. And in the sky, an extremely rare encounter are one of the 3 legendary birds, if you just run into them.
Oh.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's already considered its own separate type of spawn called a rare spawn, and it's 1% of rare spawns are the legendary Pokemon. I don't know if you can chain Mewtwo though. Is the thing.
No, you can't.
You can't.
There's only one Mewtwo in the game.
Okay, so I guess there's just no way to get Mewtwo.
I think Mewtwo's just been shiny locked in almost everything he's been in.
The only thing I can think of, well, he's not shiny locked in. He's
not shiny locked in Fire Red and Leaf Green.
But I think he might be in Hard Gold and Soul Silver.
I'm not sure about Hard Gold and Soul Silver, but everything past that, he's definitely shiny locked.
The only exception to that is Ultra Space in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, because nothing in there is shiny locked. So okay, so we got the 5.
What? Can you even get Mewtwo in Ultra Space?
Yeah, you can. You can get every legendary Pokemon. You can get every legendary Pokemon in there, except for the mythical Pokemon, which are different. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, apparently, someone says he is not shiny locked in this game.
Oh, really?
However, there's no way to soft reset though. So if you were going to reset for him, you would have to turn the game all the way off.
The fight is incredibly stupid as well. Because the way this game does the special encounters for Snorlax, Voltorb, the Electrodes, the legendary birds, and Mewtwo is they basically function like a raid battle in Pokemon Go.
How'd you get a revive stuck in your hair?
Yeah.
But you have 5 minutes to defeat them, and then you can go into the catching mode. Now, for everything else, this isn't a problem because, you have overpowered mana, and you can just, take them out. Mewtwo, however, has a problem of it has recover still. So if the game decides it can just fucking wait you out.
Well, that's why you put it to sleep. Or you could use disable. You could use disable strats, Ryan. Jeez, man. Why aren't you a Pokemon master like I am? Gosh. Oh, one thing I love about this game too is that the item finder has thankfully been declared useless, and if you just look at your partner and
whenever it wiggles its tail.
Yeah, and it does that for hidden items as well. So, thankfully the item fighter, because the item fighter can suck it. I hate that thing.
First off, hi Shade. Superstar Man says friendly rivals suck. I agree, and I hate Masuda's reasoning for that. The graphics are too good. It's like, what?
What is this?
Masuda said that the reason there's not jerk rivals anymore is because the games are more expressive now, so they're going to be more friendly rivals, which doesn't make any sense.
I guess they just think that there's more to... I don't know. I think they just kind of want them to be there because they want them to be there. I mean, granted, I think I don't have a problem with the idea of a friendlier rival and a less friendly rival,
well, having both is fine, like a Sharon and Bianca and a Gladion and Hao.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to have both, that's fine, but I think on the whole, the friendlier rivals tend to be less interesting.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where if it had just been like we had just had the one, and it's just like, okay, well we gave it a shot and we're not sure, but they've had the friendly rival for like 5 gens now. So wait, no, 4. Sorry, I can't count.
For them, they've skewed more friendly than jerkish, and the friendly rivals tend to just be more boring.
Not to mention that I don't think that they haven't had a real asshole rival since Silver, really, because even Gladion
was one for a little while, and then he kind of warmed up.
Not really. He's just like he starts like his first encounter is asshole-ish, but you don't really see him again until what is that place called? Until you raid. Where's that place called? The Aether Foundation.
Yeah. The asshole rivals are just assholes. They don't change over the game according to Void Game Suites. Have you played Gold and Silver? Have you seen how Blue's changed over the years?
Yeah, it's. Yeah.
I mean, Blue's not even evil. He's what a rival is supposed to be.
That's the kind of what makes him a good character. It's not like he's inherently a bad person. He's just not nice to you. He's just like, okay.
Yeah, he's generally okay with everyone else. You're his rival. He wants to beat you, so he's kind of a jerk about it.
Yeah. It's not even just him being like, because Blue and Silver are even different kinds of characters, because Blue, like Silver is just mean. Like he steals stuff. He's focused on being the best at.
Angry.
He's angry and
Blue's like kind of a narcissist.
Blue's just smug is the thing.
Yeah,
like he's mean, but he's not angry about it ever. He's just like, oh, I could have beat you. Whenever you beat him. Whereas like Silver's like
he is also actually
smell you later.
Blue is actually a good trainer compared to a bunch of other rivals.
Oh yeah, no, Blue's one of the only trainers in the series to have a decent team. Ooh, Abra. Gotta catch that sumbitch. Yeah. Yeah, like the Silver's team is honestly a little weak in terms of like actually fighting him. Although I'm jealous of him because he gets a Sneasel like approximately 30 hours before you're allowed to get one, the lucky bastard. But Blue does have one of the best teams in the series, though. It's just like, wow, somebody actually understands what type coverage is in this franchise. I'm honestly quite shocked.
And actually using Pokemon with decent moves and type balancing.
Who'd have thunk, right?
I know, right?
Okay, so, oh geez, man. I want to use the Clefairy because it's so OP, but... yeah, because I've been thinking, I definitely want a let's look at my team for a moment. I definitely want a Ponyta on my team, but we actually don't... We don't get access to one of those for a while.
Wait, how is the Clefairy level 35?
Oh, it's a Pokewalker.
So I have the one of the bundles comes with this little Pokeball thing, and you remember the Pokewalker from
Heart Gold and Soul,
right? Yeah.
It's basically that.
It's basically that, but if you're also playing Pokemon Go, it'll give you even more experience as well. So I put it in there on Saturday, and then I opened it up at the start of the stream today. It was level 7 when we first put it in, and it gave 27 levels at once, and it took a good 5 minutes for all of the and for it to learn all of its moves and everything like that. So yeah, wow. So if you think my team is OP already with the legendary Pokemon Mew and the overpowered Pikachu with max IVs, you haven't even seen the Clefairy. That's a good 13 levels higher than everything else.
Oh yeah, you should also have the Miltank walk behind you.
Oh yeah, that I could do that. But yeah, I definitely want Ponyta. So I did look up the locations for some stuff. I kind of wanted to use Execute because Execute's a Pokemon I've never used, but you don't get that until Victory Road, so I'm not waiting that long for that one. Ponyta you get, I think, on the Pokemon Road, the cycling road, rather. So I'm okay waiting for that.
Yeah, that is also the place where they play the cycling bike remix.
Yeah.
I will give this game credit. The music is so good.
Well, yeah, because Gen 1 just has amazing music. So I'm not sure what else to do for my team, though. I don't want to use an Oddish or a Vileplume because I've used one of those last time I played Gen 1, which was when the 3DS versions came out.
Duflor.
Oh, that's the German version.
Yeah. Germ's name in Gloom's name in German is Duflor.
Duflor.
Fine.
Ponyta. I think Ponyta. It's frustrating because I know that a lot of the Pokemon coming up I don't get until like after I complete the Lavender Tower, which is like a good 3 dungeons ahead of where we are right now. Like 3 dungeons and 2 gyms. So no, 4 if we count the SSN. Jeez. And you don't really even get that much access to water types until you learn Surf.
Oh, try using a Diglett.
I'm using a Diglett on my other file, though. Yeah. You know what? Actually, we'll go with Rhydon, because you can get a Rhydon...
I love the Rhydon line.
Yeah, you can get a Rhydon in Rock Tunnel. So, yeah.
That'll be good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like Rhydon, I like Rhyhorn, Rhydon, and Rhyperior a lot.
I like Rhyperior's stats. I don't really like the design all that much. Unfortunately, when it comes to the Gen 4 evolutions that they added for the Pokemon before Gen 4, I don't like most of them. Gallade's cool. I do like Gallade.
Obviously, Leafeon and Glaceon are pretty cool.
They're fine. They're not my favorite evolutions, but I like them enough. I don't like what they did to Magmar and Electabuzz.
No, they're kind of meh.
I don't like
Dusknoir?
Not really.
Oh, I like Weavile.
I would like Weavile if its headpiece was different. The headpiece kind of, I don't know, rubs me the wrong way.
Honchkro's okay.
It's fine.
Someone mentioned Togekiss. I actually don't.
I don't like Togekiss. I don't like
Togekiss would be perfectly fine if it wasn't an evolution to Togetic.
Yeah,
if Togetic was the final stage.
Togetic was doing one thing, and then it was like this bipedal thing, and then Togekiss is like
a flying football.
It's like it skipped an evolution is the problem.
Yeah.
It just loses its legs and becomes all wing and cute face.
Oh yeah, Porygon Z I'm not a big fan of either.
Roserad's pretty cool.
Which one?
Roselia's evolution, Roserad.
Oh yeah, that one's fine. It's like going for a bullfighter kind of look. That one's okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give that one some credit. But the only one that I would say, so a couple of them are fine, but a lot of them I just do not. A lot of them I do not like. The only ones that I really like, I would say, are I do like Roserad visually and Gallade. Because there's some, like, Magnezone that I just think look awful. Like, Magnezone's is the stupidest one for me, personally.
Magnezone's, I don't like that one.
We're gonna make it a UFO now. Alright, that works.
We make a UFO with 2 Magnemite stuck to it, if I'm remembering that correctly.
Sort of.
Yeah.
I am playing Platinum for BSC, and I switched to an Evolution team pretty early on, because I still have my Diamond and eggs and stuff.
Yeah,
I did that because I made a poll online when I started recording that, and they chose the Evolution team. So,
yeah.
Which one did you not put on the team then? Because weren't there 7 at that point?
I did not do Glaceon because you had to wait till just before the 7th gym to actually get it.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, because you can't use because it needs to be near a very specific hunk of rice. Ice. Right, Graineon.
Graineon. I don't get why other stones don't work, because you could easily have Dust Stone evolve into Umbreon, a Sunstone for Espeon, a Shiny Stone for Sylveon, a Leaf Stone for Leafeon, and an Ice Stone for Glaceon.
Yeah, because they just straight up made an Ice Stone in Gen 7.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because I think it's Pokemon Coliseum XD, they made, like, you get an Eevee to start that game, and you can evolve it into whatever you want. And they made like a specific like sun shard and moon shard to evolve
because
it
there's no day and night cycle in that game.
So it's just like one of the funniest things to me as well is that in order to get a Umbreon or Espeon in Gen 3, you can't do it in Fire Red and Leaf Green. You have to trade it to Ruby and Sapphire because it does track time but does not have a day-night cycle. It's so weird.
Yeah, I remember that.
There we go. Okay.
Although the dumbest evolution thing ever I've found is, ironically, from Pokemon Go. The Sinnoh Stone.
Oh, yeah, that's so dumb. I mean, granted, I'm not a fan of the...
I wouldn't want to rely on random luck to get the stuff needed for each individual evolution, but it's such a stupid concept.
Like, I've never really been a fan of the, okay, well, they have to be next to this specific thing in order to evolve them kind of stuff. Because a lot of that is, okay, this thing needs to be on the worst dungeon in the series. I mean, sorry, Mount Coronet. Like, Magnezone, it needs to be in Mount Coronet. There was a few others. The Magnezone's the only one that immediately pops to mind.
No, Pass into Probopass.
Oh, Probopass sucks. Okay.
Oh, that was the design I didn't like either.
Yeah, so there's just, I don't like when they have to come up with a lot of these dumb
I really wish they would just say screw it and just make it level based and just say, okay, we get it, we just didn't think of these evolutions before, whatever.
Yeah.
So I think people don't care at this point.
And it's like, it's kind of, it seems like for a lot of them, they kind of wanted to make it that way because it's like, oh, they need to level up with this specific move. Like, I think it's, like, that's what Tangela into Tangrowth. It needs to know a specific
And Licky Tongue into Licky Licky.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Those guys, too.
Yeah, but the thing is that they now learn those moves by level up, so it's just like, okay, so they effectively...
Just just do it by level ups. Just make it by level up.
But the unfortunate thing, though, is that a lot of those moves that they have to know in order to level up suck. So it's very possible, if you already know your Pokemon, to delete it and be like, oh, that move's garbage. I'm not teaching that to my Pokemon. And then you're like, okay, how does this evolve? And it's like, oh, it's supposed to level up with this move that I already deleted off of it. Oops. Sucks to be me. Wow, I'm a dumbass. I'm using...
Wait, didn't Apom get an evolution Gen 4?
Yeah.
Ambipom. That's another one I don't really like as well.
I can't remember what it looks like.
It has two tails and its face looks weird.
How do I spell
yeah, Timothy 45, we do not speak of Inkay.
Inkay? Oh!
The one where you have to hold the 3DS upside down.
They have to have been like, there had to be I don't know if Japan had the same kind of Pokemon rumors that the United States had, though. Like, was finding Mewtwo under the truck a thing over there like it was over here? Because holding the DS upside down is legitimately something that we told each other on the playground when I was like 6 years old. So.
Oh, I think Ambipom is kind of cute, but in like a, I don't know, it's kind of cute. It's not the worst. It's better than Magnezone.
That's not a high bar, granted.
Gray out asks, how is Inkay going to evolve in Gen 8? Well, the system has gyro, so...
You have to undock it, turn it upside down.
Like down.
You have to put a new USB slot on the top of the Switch.
Or you could just...
dock it that way.
I mean, the controllers also have gyro, so you could just turn those upside down too, I guess.
I suppose. Okay. I don't remember there being that many trainers on this route.
No, it's not a terribly long route.
In the original version of the game, but, you know, I'm also dumb, so...
I'm gonna look at more Gen 4 Pokemon. Trying to remember some of these bad decisions.
Gen 4 is weird because it has a number of Pokemon I really do like, and a lot of them I really hate.
There are a couple of pretty good original Pokemon. I just think that most of the evolutions aren't very good.
I want to find a list of Gen 4.
Just go to Cerebi.
Yeah.
Or Cerebi or Bulbapedia.
My problem with a lot of the evolutions from Gen 4 is the problem I had with a lot of the Mega Evolutions in Gen 6. In that they just kind of felt like they wanted to add more stuff on it because adding more stuff makes it more cool. Or something like that.
Yeah, they just... I think someone... I know this is probably not like someone told me that they wanted to increase the stats, but for some of these cases they wanted to increase the stats because there had been power creep.
But they didn't want to change the Pokemon stats itself.
Well, we're not going to change the stats, so...
Well, Gen 4 is, I feel, the point in the series where the power creep really started to cramp up. You know, because not that it hadn't been a thing in Gen 2 is actually one of the only instances in the series where they tried to tone down the power creep. You know, by doing stuff like, stuff's not going to be as broken as in Gen 1, I promise. But, Gen 3 had some, but I feel like Gen 4 had more of that. And then after that, they gave up, because there's no way that you're not going to have power creep and unbalanced stats in a series with 500 or more Pokemon. It's just not going to happen. I
forgot about Miss Magus. That's
an alright one. It's Mr. Rapidash, don't you want to hear about it?
So how do you increase affection for Pokemon that aren't your partner? Do you just have them out of the Pokeball? And talk
out of the Pokeball, yeah.
Talk to
level them up, yeah. That's basically it.
Wait, is that a rock that's shaped like a Ditto?
No,
well, it's like a plushie.
It's a cushion or whatever.
It's a very cheap plushie, okay.
Excuse me, you don't have a giant Ditto plushie, so don't...
But you could get the giant Snorlax plushie.
I have the giant Snorlax plushie.
What the giant beanbag thing that you can lay on?
Yeah, it's right over there. It's
really?
got some laundry on it. Yes, yeah.
Nice.
It barely fit through my door.
Does it attack you on a grumpy rage?
When you try to wake it up.
My alarm clock goes off at 6 in the morning. It was actually really hard. So it came in like this giant box that was very hard to fit into my apartment. So.
What did you have to do in order to get it in?
I shoved it. It did fit. It was just a very tight fit. And then I think I had to cut it free in my entryway. I mean, if worse came to worse, I was gonna just cut it out and carry this poor thing up the stairs, but it made it in.
Okay, so
I did not get the life-size giant Lapras though.
That would have been awesome. Oh, I really
that would probably not fit in my apartment.
If I had $500 to spare, I'd buy one of those. Okay, so anyway, I don't want to fight the trainers over here because there's a lot of them and they're pretty high level. Like, I think there's like a level 30 something guy over here or whatever. But I do want to...
Well, the only tough ones are the Gambler because he gambles on one-hit KO moves.
Yeah, but I do want to head over here because... If you have at least 30 Pokemon in your Pokedex, and you talk to the Oak assistant on the top level of the whatever this place is, you get the IV checker. And I would really like to be able to have that, so once I start chaining Pokemon, I'll be able to know which ones are good and which ones are bad. So, yeah, we're gonna do that. We can't go any more to the right because Snorlax is taking a nap.
How do the one-hit KO moves work in this game? The same as they do every game. They have shit accuracy.
Yeah, basically. I mean, they're not broken anymore. And it's like the rules for them in Gen 1 were weird, where I think you had to be faster.
I remember hearing that.
Yeah, I think you had to be faster in order for it to work, or something like that. All right.
And I don't know if it was like and then in later games it was if you were a lower level, they definitely wouldn't work. And if you were the same level or higher level, they had shit accuracy.
Yeah, they at the most. Well, unless if you do stuff like lock on fissure or whatever. But at that point, you're also wasting a turn, and you know.
And you're telegraphing exactly what you're gonna do, in competitive at least.
Yeah, nobody would ever use lock on one-hit KO moves in competitive. That's just...
Yeah, or even in, not even in competitive, but, like, if a gym leader uses lock-on, I wonder what they're gonna do next!
Well, that's actually one of the things that I liked about the one-hit KO moves, at least initially, is that, if I remember correctly, at first the only one-hit KO moves in the series were Horn Drill and Fissure. If I remember correctly, I don't know if there were.
I think so.
Is there Guillotine or was that?
Oh, Guillotine, yeah, Guillotine. But both Guillotine and Horn Drill are both normal type, and Fissure is ground type. So those types have an immune. There are types that are immune to that. If you put out a ghost type or a flying type, they just straight up can't get hurt by that, which I think is great. In that if you think that it's coming, you don't even have to gamble. You can switch to that other type, and you'll be fine. But then they introduced Sheer Cold at some point. I don't remember what gen it was. And that's Ice type, and it's Ice type, and nothing's immune to Ice type. So you're just kind of screwed at that point. Like there's almost always the chance that you will get killed instantly by Sheer Cold.
Oh, hi, Donnie.
Hello, Donnie.
Can we see the Snorlax?
Sure. Just I wanna see what the IVs on my Pokemon are. How do I wait?
Your starter is always guaranteed to be the best.
Yeah, the starter has confirmed max IVs. Hold on, I'm just trying to. How do you?
The best.
Oh, okay. So you have to.
What?
Just look at the stats on my stupid Mew.
Well, it hasn't shown up on screen yet.
It has minimum attack, but maximum special attack, despite being adamant natured.
Sure.
That's the stupidest set of IVs I've ever seen in my entire life.
What the?
Its attack growth is entirely on the left side.
But it's adamant nature, which means its attack stat should be better. What? Let's see what the Commentaries got decent stats. That's good. Yeah.
It's very Japanese to say not so good.
Chotto.
Best. Chotto.
Yeah. Hold on.
Amazing. That's ridiculous. So your starter is just like.
That's why it's why it's so OP.
Yeah. Your starter for Eevee or Pikachu is always guaranteed to have max IVs and everything.
That's hilarious. Oh, Mew is so confused. It tried. It just tried in the wrong thing.
Okay, alright.
Donnie, we didn't have a pie.
Alright, okay, so...
I can send you a pie, Senpai.
Okay, hold on, I can show you Snorlax, though.
Yeah.
He very sleepy. Yo. Hey guys, look at me. Me. This Pokemon is sprawled out in a deep and comfortable slumber. Me.
Oh, he looks so comfy.
I don't know why, considering he's just on this wooden plank. I mean, I guess maybe the grass is a comfy pillow. I don't know.
Man, you take what you can get sometimes.
I mean,
he looks so sprawled though. Like before, like more sprawled than my Snorlax.
Well, your Snorlax has very stubby arms too. Is also the thing. All right.
He's got decent arms.
I remember him having pretty stubby arms, but I also have not been to your place in a long time. So, oh, Mr. Mime. Okay, hold on. Oh, Catherine, have you seen the Detective Pikachu trailer?
No, but I've seen pictures of Mr. Mime on Twitter. What is that?
With his dodgeball arms, shoulders.
The peach fuzz is what creeps me out more personally.
He's miming.
Well, yes, that's what he does.
Oh, he looks so angry.
No, I remember when
oh wow,
Proton John was I think in Ireland for his honeymoon. I guess there was just a swath of Mr. Mimes everywhere he went. And I just replied to him, "This would have been funnier if it were Paris."
All right. Okay. Mirror move. No, that move sucks. All right. Oh, Oddish is evolving. Oh, that's cute.
Oddish.
Violet Plume is a badass Pokemon, though. I loved using one when I did my Red playthrough. I think it was about a year ago that game... No, I think it was more like 2 years ago when that game...
Around there, yeah.
Yeah, went finally... It took forever for it to get on the 3DS Virtual Console.
Oh, you have Douflor.
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 Alright.
So dirty. I love it.
I would use Mr. Mime in a playthrough, but since we've already got a Fairy type and a Psychic type, I don't want to double up. So yeah, we're also going to be saving these trainers until after I do the...
I love how it's Mr. Mime, but it can be a female.
He has 5 fingers, but no thumb.
I believe, what was it? Its name just doesn't have anything to do with gender in Japanese, so.
Yeah, I know. It's just kind of funny how that came out, how that happened that way.
I think what I would have, like, I mean, I think that Japan probably should have, well, by Japan, I mean, they probably should have known and then just made it so that Mr. Mime and Jinx were linked together like Tauros and Miltank are, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of are anyway, but...
Yeah, they sort of are. Wait, why do we get Courage Candy from Mr. Mime? Courage Candy?
Because that raises his special attack, I think.
No, that's Smart Candy. Smart Candy raises, so... oh, wait, I think Courage Candy is special defense. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. Alright. So yeah, we're just gonna catch the new Pokemon here, and then I think we can at least start the... SSN before we head out. Because I don't want to keep us all up too late. I think I'm going to try to aim around 10 in order for this to end, probably. Alright.
Game Freak never does anything with Jinx. Well, yeah, because it has a lot of unfortunate implications in a lot of ways.
Yeah, Jinx, the blackface Pokemon. What? Nothing.
We don't like talking about it anymore. Please forget about it. Just go watch Mr. Popo instead.
Oh,
Japan
man.
just, like, cannot stop making that mistake.
It's...
Well, I think the idea was originally that was just kind of going to be a void, and since it was a black and white console, that was the only way to display it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that kind of didn't translate well to every other medium, and once color came about.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, Jinx, Mr. Popo,
Mr. Popo is just racist as fuck.
Yeah, there's just unfortunately, they're just, since it's a very... There's not a lot of black people
society
in Japan. So, yeah.
But, like,
Hello there, I'm Blue Popo.
These game designers just cannot stop the game.
Well, no, Oil Man has no excuse because that was made in the late 2000s.
That was so stupid.
I feel like they.
I mean, Mr. Popo at least has some excuse that it was written in the 80s.
It's
and he's just going based on what he knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things where a lot of the time Japanese writers don't think about the rest of the world when they're writing. They just think about Japan. So
they don't expect things to go to America or whatever, and where things could potentially be problematic.
Yay! Oh, we can put on the sailor outfit now. The only outfits I really like in this game that I've seen so far, because I don't really like the sailor outfit for the boy. I like the Team Rocket outfit, obviously. I really like the formal outfit. The safari one's cute.
In the Navy.
The outfits are all cuter on the girls, though, to be fair. Which I suppose is just true for real life.
I would have preferred if for the girl trainer it was actually like a Sailor Fuku instead of just like a shorts thing.
Bonjour, if it isn't Ted and Jeff. Oh, it's... I love the Blue remix, damn. Do you not fight Blue until post-games in this?
Yeah, you don't fight the three of them until post-game.
Ugh, that sucks. I'm guessing Blue out of the three of them is the easiest, then?
No, Green is.
Green is?
Because Green just has the least balanced team.
Oh, okay. Well, in terms of levels, though, whose team is the lowest leveled?
I think Blue and Green are roughly the same.
Okay, because I know that Red obviously
has
the best team because he definitely in Gen 4 has the high. His Pikachu's like level 86 or something.
Yeah, it's the highest level Pokemon, trainer Pokemon in the entire series. That doesn't count like Battle Tower stuff where they're just set to 50 or 100.
Yeah, so I'm glad that he was able to take that position back because Barry doesn't deserve it. I'm gonna just throw that one out there right now. All right.
Yeah, Starman, just smell you later.
The SSN sorry, but the SSN has always been such a weird dungeon for me because, like, there's a lot of fights, but all of them are optional. Like, basically all of them. So, but there's so much experience and money and items in here. Oh, is there?
Go on.
You go first. Is there a truck? Did they keep the truck in this?
I have not checked.
Oh man.
No, on the time since we saw Blue, can we talk for a moment how badass Karaoke was in the show?
Whoa, hold the phone. How did I get a?
No, apparently the truck is gone.
Oh, how did I get a full stat boost up?
You shook the controller and that was Pikachu support.
Oh, that's what that means! Oh, damn, okay. Man, that's broken. That's hella broken.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I didn't mean to shake it. I must have just, like, moved my arm or something.
Oh no, apparently the truck is there and it has a revive under it, just like by Red and Leaf Green.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Okay. I love that stupid truck.
I love how when the Mew event came out for Pokemon Go, once you finally got the catch Mew, everyone just went to go find trucks so the AR would put the Mew under the truck.
I need to put this Pokeball underneath the truck. So it's just like, look where I got my Mew guy.
Yeah. Well, no, someone I saw online waited literal months until they went to like a big river or a port or something, and then they scoured the port for a truck by the water, just specifically to take a picture of Mew under the truck.
Am I the only one who still thinks that water should be super effective against steel because it would rust it?
No, because steel doesn't rust. Not in the same way rock or iron does. Steel is specifically made because iron rusted very quickly.
Catherine, is that true? You're the science.
But steel seems to rust eventually.
It does eventually, but it's much more resistant than iron is.
That's fair.
I do like that they did
eventually. In the first place.
I do like that they eventually did make a move that made an ice type move that was super effective against water types, because that's something I've been saying since Gen 1 is that the ice would freeze the water, so they should.
Wait, they did?
Yeah, it's called freeze dry. So this one specific ice move is also super effective against water types. So it's basically
cool.
it's only 10 points lower in power than Ice Beam, so it's effectively just replaced it because for the extra type coverage you're gonna give up, a measly 10 points of damage, So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, I've always thought that Steel got nerfed actually. I forget if it was Gen 6 or Gen 7, but they sliced half of its resistances off. I think it doesn't. Wow. It doesn't.
No, Steel has all the resistances it always had.
No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't resist Ghost anymore. I think.
No, I'm pretty sure it does. It
lost at least one or two. I think it's either Ghost or Dark. Chat's already probably. Chat's. It doesn't resist Ghost.
Okay, it is Ghost.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotcha.
So it did get nerfed, which is interesting to me because they've.
I mean, Caesar is still badass as fuck. So.
Yeah, Caesar is pretty cool.
Only has one weakness, so.
It's a ×4/1 though, so that's.
Well, yeah, you had to give it some weakness to make the game even remotely balanced.
I mean, it doesn't say will I not have any weaknesses, but it's just not good.
Sableye didn't have weaknesses, but it just wasn't very good. And then Spiritomb in Gen 4 had the same typing. It was ridiculously good.
Okay. But then they invented Fairy types, and Fairies is super effective against Dark, I think.
Yeah.
So now it has a weakness. I don't know if there's any type combo that would still have no weaknesses though. They're running out of ones that they haven't used yet. Though.
Have they
I want a lot of
Pokemon yet?
No,
I would love to see contradictory types. I would love to see a Fire Grass type.
That could be kind of cool. You could base that. Oh, I forget the name of it. There's a specific type of habitat where it routinely goes through small natural wildfires, and then those fires burn down the plants, and that burning is really important in order to fertilize the soil for the seeds that it will drop when it burns. I forget what habitat and what type of plant, but that would be a really cool grass. That would be a really cool inspiration for a Pokemon.
Or a Jack-o'-lantern Pokemon, Majora's Mask fan says.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, I would. Well, I mean, they kind of did that with Pumpkaboo, though.
Kind of.
Is the thing.
Kind of. I would also very much like a Dragon Fairy.
That would be cool.
Or a Dark Fairy.
Fairy has some of the least amounts of combos because it's only been around for 2 games. So
yeah.
I think, oh god, they really haven't matched Fairy up with much. It's Psychic, Normal, Grass, and I think really that's about it. I mean, granted, it's hard to remember all of them when there's literally. I think that they end the Gen 8 Pokedex on 1,000 or 1,001, depending on how many event Pokemon they want to have. But
well, I think they're gonna want to put more mod than usual into Gen 8 because it's the first console one they really want to show off.
The Gen 7 Dex ends on, like, what, 850 something?
No. Well, let me check Cerebi just to be sure before I put my foot in my mouth.
Because I'm pretty sure that it's either Gen 1 or Gen 5 that added the most Pokemon to the series.
Okay, Gen 8, going into Gen 8, Milltown and Millmetal end at 809.
809, okay, so they would have to add 190, which is a good 40 more than the original 150. So I feel like maybe getting to 1,000 is a little much for one gen, is the thing. Because I think like Gen 5 has close to 100.
Gen 5 added 155 apparently.
Oh, okay, so it's not impossible, I would imagine. If they're going to add that many, though, I hope that they
should stop at 999 just to spite everyone.
That'd be fun. Yeah, and start Gen 9 on number 1000.
They actually might. I could see them doing that.
Yeah, I could too.
Yeah. I think that part of the reason why we got stuff like a Lolamon, though, is because they don't want the number to grow to such ludicrous amounts, though, is the thing. Like, people were making fun of there being too many Pokemon back in Gen 3. You know, simpler times when people thought that 300 Pokemon were too many.
Was too many.
And also they got rid, and also half of them were not available in the first Gen 3 game.
Oh, the Gen 3 Pokedex is still, I think, the most expensive to complete. Because you need...
Well, you need Ruby and Sapphire, or Emerald, depending on...
I think you do need all three.
Oh yeah, because Rayquaza is not available in Ruby and Sapphire.
No, he is.
Oh, he is.
It's just, I think that there's at least one exclusive from each that you need.
I don't think there's an exclusive to, I think if you got Ruby Sapphire, you'd be fine.
I don't think there's anything on... Wait, can't you only get Deoxys on...
well, let's not include Inventmon.
Okay, so you, at the very least, need 2 of the original... original games. So...
I mean, let's count Eventmon if they're actually like obtainable in a game like Coliseum or whatever it was.
Yeah, but okay, so you need Ruby or you need 2 of the 3, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and you need Fire Red, Leaf Green, and both Coliseum games for sure.
Do you need the second Coliseum game?
Yes, you do, because
that is Jirachi.
Yeah, no, There's at least a few Johto. Lugia, that's what it was. It was Lugia.
Yeah, Lugia.
You need it for Lugia because you get Hollow in original Coliseum. So that's...
Jirachi was special. Jirachi was event.
Yeah. Yes, but no, you can't get it with the preview with like a certain disc for the Coliseum.
Yeah,
game.
I still have that.
disc.
I got a shiny Jirachi.
Yeah, Catherine, tell the Jirachi story.
Oh yeah, you gave me one.
Wait,
what?
Did you give
No,
her...
that was someone else, I think.
Yeah, that was someone else.
Yeah. There was a just a quick for my story. Someone I knew was in Japan for like their was it the Hanebado? The one where you hang the wishes onto the bamboo.
Oh, I don't know.
Which is what Jirachi is based off of.
Oh,
it's like a festival. It's like a festival thing.
Oh, so yeah. Okay.
So they were in Japan when that was going on, so they distributed shiny Jirachi like fucking everywhere. So they got like 20 of the things and traded me one.
Dang. Yeah, for me, I just I got the pre-order disc for Coliseum that like had a preview for the movie that I never saw, and would put a Jirachi on your, if you had you like had to hook up your GBA, I think, and then it would stick a Jirachi in your Ruby or Sapphire, and it would also fix the glitch with the berries that like the clock would stop working and berries wouldn't work anymore. And I got a shiny Jirachi, like no reset. I remember I loaded up my game and I was like, it's a weird color. I didn't realize it was shiny. Because I think I'd never gotten a shiny before other than the Red Gyarados, which was in...
Red Gyarados doesn't count.
Yeah, and the shiny Jirachi is not one of those immediately obvious ones. It's one of the...
It's pretty subtle.
It's like
aside from the red tags, but...
Yeah, the tags are blue, and it's a different, it's a cooler shade of yellow as opposed to like a warmer shade. But I was like, it looks different on the GBA screen.
Speaking of shinies, though, I did get a shiny Eevee today in Go.
Nice. I got a shiny Cyndaquil during the Cyndaquil.
Yeah, I saw you're walking with it.
Yeah. I mean, granted, the Go shinies are really easy because they're like a 1 in 20 chance or something on the community day, or whatever. Yeah. But I'm just holding out for when they eventually do let you transfer your Go Pokemon to the main series.
Yeah, that's why I'm hanging on to Meltan's Evolution Melmetal in Go, because I'm not sure if they'll let you transfer from this game into the bank or whatever. I imagine they would. I don't imagine why they wouldn't, but I'm hanging on to it in Go just in case.
You can transfer them between them pretty easily.
No, so. you can only go one way from Go to Let's Go.
Oh, you can't go back?
Which is why, just in case, say no, we'll let you have Go functionality, but we're not going to bother with Let's Go for whatever reason.
Okay.
Because worst case, it's Let's Go only and not Go, then I could just transfer from Go to Let's Go and then Let's Go to the
Okay,
bank.
I thought you could go both ways, but I guess I
No, it's one way only.
Alright. Bag. Alright, so now that the Spearow has evolved, I guess I could... Because I want to keep stuff on my team just so that I'm working towards Pokédex completion. So I guess I'll put Charmander on there. Oh, I guess I could move the Gloom too, because that's only going to be...
Yeah. You have to evolve it with the stone.
Yeah.
You can put Sandshrew or Abra. Also send Mon to the Professor.
No, I want to send them 30 at a time. Is the thing, because that's the most. I think you only get species candy if you do that. We'll go with Paris, I guess. What's my highest level Paris? 10. Okay. There we go.
Oh, this box is so messy.
You can organize it, thankfully, but I don't know how you do it when you only have 2 buttons on this Pokeball. So.
Are you still playing with the Pokeball?
Don't you judge me.
We are judging you.
I'm just now picturing you like holding a Pokeball.
I could put on face cam, but that would take work. And I'm a lazy sack, so...
No, Crimson Trooper, I'm sure Meltan will be a bit distributed when Gen 8 comes out for those games, specifically because people won't want to play Go or whatever.
No,
I don't think Game Freak would be that mean.
They've actually been really good about distributing the mythicals. They've been doing an event for each of them like once a year for the past 3 or 4 years or so. So, like even if you miss it, like 2 or 3 years from now, it'll be back. So that's really not that long, all things considered. Or they'll do a movie about it and distribute it whenever they do the movie or whatever.
They'll do a movie about it. They will.
Of course they will.
I'm laughing because it's true.
And it'll outperform Star Wars at the box office. Wait, no, that was... Sorry, my bad. That was Yokai Watch. Yokai Watch outgrossed Star Wars
in Japan.
Yeah.
They're still into Yokai Watch in Japan? Wow.
Yeah, they love it in Japan for some bizarre reason, even though it's just worse Pokemon.
They like any kind of series with a large collection of
except for Monster Rancher, they hated that game.
They did? Okay.
Yeah, that series does not do well in general.
Well, I haven't heard about Monster Rancher since like the PlayStation 1 or 2.
Well, that's because it only lasted that long.
So from what I've seen of Yokai Watch, which is like not much, I think I watched a speedrun of it like once, but and from seeing the monsters or the yokai or whatever they're called, like it has a very Japanese feel to it, whereas I would say
it's based on like actual yokai and stuff, so that's why it doesn't do well here because kids don't get it.
Yeah, and also like the environments feel very Japanese.
Yeah,
like,
you can't get away with saying that this is actually America.
Like, you mean this isn't Los Angeles?
Yeah,
we're star attorney Ace, Phoenix, right, Liz?
Yeah, I do get what you mean though, because Pokemon does feel more universal. Like there are some things based off of specific Japanese.
Not the anime though. Not season 1 of the anime though. Ooh boy.
No, but the actual design of the Mons, most of them are pretty universal, I've found. Whereas like Jirachi is pretty Japanese.
I just love jelly-filled donuts. They're my favorite.
Yeah, there's a few here and there that are like Chimecho is more of like seems more Japanese-y. But like I would say from seeing Yokai Watch, it definitely has a more like it it feels like it was designed for a Japanese audience in terms of the presentation.
Yeah. It was also really weird in the anime where they went to that one festival and Misty showed up in a yukata.
So the only thing about Yokai Watch, like, I don't think the game, like, I'm not a big fan of the monster designs, but the big thing about it is that the gameplay, it's basically the way that, I don't know if they changed this in later entries, but at least in the first one, it's kind of like, okay, you have this ring, and you can control which monster's out, but it will attack on its own. So, really, it's like if you're playing Pokemon, but the only option you have is to switch Pokemon, you know? So, it just did not look
I think there's some stuff you can do, like, to influence it, but it definitely is in the, like, less control of your team realm of these sorts of games. That
other guy asks, I'm so curious how the Japanese festival I've got past for kids, because that was nothing worth censoring in that episode.
So, yeah, it's, like, I mean, I'm the kind of guy who always wants my characters under complete control in every game. Like, Dragon Quest, when I played Persona, I turned everybody to manual controls.
Oh, that pissed me off in Dragon Quest XI when they it took me a second to realize, like, oh, they joined and they're not listening to me. I have to change that.
Yeah, they automatically... They automatically set to AI.
Yeah, that's the first time I can remember a DQ game doing that. Normally, they just, like, follow you automatically.
Yeah, I guess they just assumed that that you didn't want to have to choose their attacks for you. And I mean,
it didn't bother. Like, again, this didn't really bother me. It just surprised me. I was like, oh, okay.
Like, I mean, it's a 2-second menu change. I love the artwork.
I'm not really complaining, just more surprised. Like,
I love the artwork in the like on the backgrounds in this. My favorite ones are in the Pokemon house, where you get to see the children's drawings, and they're really cute. All right.
Carlin asked if you remember the episode where Ash had a gun pointed to his face. No, because that episode was banned.
It did get translated though.
It did get translated, but it was never aired.
Isn't that the same episode where James says, "This is really pissing me off"?
Yeah.
He says that. Holy cow.
How did we get did they, like, release that on VHS or something?
I have no idea.
Like, because I don't know how... Because I know that there were some episodes that they only showed once and then never again. And then, like, the Earthquake one with the giant tentacle. And then there's the ones that they showed out of order, like the Jinx one, where Ash's Charizard de-evolves.
Into a Charmander.
Yeah,
Porygon one we never got.
Yeah, but I think that... Yeah, because Porygon was only shown the once. I think... Yeah, I think we got it too, and then they just...
we did not get it.
We did not get the Porygon episode.
We did not get Porygon.
No, and that was only aired the one time in Japan. It was forever locked in the vault, never to be seen again.
And I loved it, like... Well, you can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, you can find the clip, because people, like, recorded it on, like, their beta players and stuff.
And I love that, like... Because of that, they're just like, no Porygon can
never appear in any episode ever again.
No Porygon 2, no Porygon Z. Like, just no. Porygon, not allowed.
They never thought to just cut out the 3 seconds of flashing lights?
You know, so the thing is, there was those 3 seconds of, like, who thought this was okay?
Procedure. Well, no, that was, the red and blue flashing, the thing is, the red and blue flashing thing is fairly common from anime in the 80s and 90s and such as an effect.
It's not even just that, it's American cartoons, like, if in a lot of, like, slapstick Tom and Jerry Looney Tunes type stuff, like when an explosion or a gunshot goes off, they do a very similar red and yellow flash.
Yeah, it was a weird combination of the speed of the flashing along with the type of TVs they had in Japan at the time that caused it.
Yeah. But I mean, still, they couldn't just cut it. I've seen the clip and
the speed. I think they were just, there was other, if I remember correctly, there was other bits of flashing before, like, the really bad one, so maybe they were just like,
let's just not bother.
Just don't bother. But yeah, I mean, it's like, I'm surprised I don't know, maybe it's because it was a different time, but, like, I see that now and I'm like, who thought that was okay?
I mean, speaking of who thought this was okay, that, Beach episode that also never made it over here.
Oh, that's the one where James has moved, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, James dressing up as a girl is like common
par for the course.
You know, but
not to that extent.
I also don't know how camp they play James in Japan as well, because he's got the very obvious. Oh, okay. So that text bothers me. In this game, they say they don't have the text for the enemy uses the full restore. It just says you use the full restore, and it's
what?
like I ain't using the full restore, and that's saying true. All right,
he
game.
used the full restore. The other dude used the full restore. What?
Yeah, basically. Sorry, I lost my train of thought, but
you were saying something about James's boobs, I think.
Oh yeah, James. Oh yeah, I don't know how camp they play James in the anime, because in Japan, I should say, because he's got the very camp voice in the English version.
Well, the Eric Stewart version anyway.
Well, that's the version that everybody knows.
Yeah, I'm talking. There's just a difference between how Eric Stewart played him and the post 4Kids voice and the original voice for like the 4 episodes they had him.
Yeah, the Eric Stewart voice is the best one though. So yeah, but I don't know how if like James had that kind of voice in Japanese or what. Okay, yeah, we're almost done with the SSN, so we can finish up. We can finish this up because there's like 3 more rooms and then we get cut.
What was the? I feel like I've seen the Tentacruel one.
Yeah, it was aired like once or twice, and then.
Oh, not to mention
is that because of like buildings like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Catherine, you might have also seen it because a clip of it's in the intro. There's a clip of Tentacruel knocking down a building in the intro.
Yeah. Yes.
It's like Pokemon, gotta catch him, and then Tentacruel like smashes it, and it's you and me.
Yeah, it's like we can't show that episode where it's in context. But we'll just show it out of context every single time.
Okay, apparently according to the chat, James does have a slightly kind of fabulous kind of voice in Japan still.
Okay, which I guess makes sense,
And then in Japan, they reference Jessie's voice actress in all the roles she's in one episode of Sun and Moon.
Wait, really? Like?
Yeah, they reference. They for some reason they reference Jessie's voice actress there, including for all the main roles she's ever done, including Rei Ayanami from Evangelion. So you have a Rei Ayanami version of Jessie in one point.
What?
Yeah, and like one of the ones is also Lena in for some Slayers. It's really weird and hilarious.
Isn't Slayers a very inappropriate anime?
Not. You may be thinking of something else. Not that inappropriate, but it's one of those things where, yeah, the kids over here are never going to get that reference.
Nope. I mean, the anime is still like a good 3 or 4 months behind in the States, isn't it?
It always is, yeah.
It always has been. Like,
let me see if I can find the pics in question.
They've always been because I always remember that they're still wrapping up the last generation storyline whenever the new one started. Whereas in Japan, whenever the new generation of games comes out, those games have already released, or sometimes they started before the games even release, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So they're always on top of things, and we always have to wait a little bit. But I also have not closely followed the anime in years, so I barely remember a lot of that different stuff.
It seems like the animation's gotten a lot better.
The way the animation has gotten a lot better, because if you go back and watch especially the Gen 1 and Gen 2 stuff, it's very 90s anime.
Yeah.
It's
okay. Here's the pics in question. If you want to show them in the video at some point.
Well, I am just about to. After we get cut, I'm gonna.
Okay, yeah, but in case we don't show it, the characters that they show are Chigusa Tsukage from Glass No Comment, and I don't think anyone recognizes that. Lena in Versum Slayers. We have her character from Paprika, which is a very not kid-friendly movie, by the way.
Wait, the voice actress for Jessie was...
She is also in Paprika, yeah.
Who was she in Paprika?
Like the main woman who gets like her body ripped open.
Oh, no way, I love that movie.
Yeah.
Wait, Jessie's actress played Ranma?
No. Well, yes, that too. Yeah, she's female Ranma.
Okay.
Lime from Saber Marionette, Hybra from Detective Conan, Faye Valentine and Cowboy Bebop. She's also Hello Kitty.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why she's wearing the Meowth hat.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, the fact that Pokemon references Paprika, Cowboy Bebop, and Evangelion in the same series, in the same shot, is really fucking weird.
Damn.
Someone in the chat asked if Paprika is good. I haven't seen all of Satoshi Kon's films, but it's my favorite.
They're all great and they're all very fucking weird.
Yeah. Paprika, I really like Paprika though. It was his last one.
Paprika was the one you showed me, right?
Yeah, the one with like the really trippy one.
Where there's like a cyber universe and stuff, right?
Yes.
It's the dreams, but yeah, like weird stuff happens in dreams, yeah.
She hacked into your dreams and whatnot. And then there was the cop guy, right? And the really big guy.
Yep.
Okay. It also has a lot of weird parallels to Satoshi Kon's only TV workup, Paranoia Agent.
I still need to see that one. Yeah, I need to see Paranoia Agent, and
that aired on Adult Swim at one point.
I love Perfect Blue, but the problem with Perfect Blue is it's so old that you can't it's really hard to find a physical copy.
It's also just kind of dated.
I think that movie still holds up. I think that movie
Perfect
still holds up.
Blue was the one with the woman who had the stalker, right?
Yes, it's the one that inspired Darren Aronofsky's Black Swan.
Okay.
Like to the point that he copied actual scenes from it.
Well, I mean, The Matrix did the same thing for Ghost in the Shell, so.
Who did?
The Matrix.
The Matrix.
I mean, that's basically what the Wachowski brothers at the time did to get Warner on board. They're like, okay, here's what we're going to do. Shows clips of Ghost in the Shell, this but live action. And they're like, okay.
Yeah, so I get that, but what I have issue with is Darren Aronofsky borrowed actual scenes, cinematography of I think this is from Requiem in a Dream, but in the fetal position in a bathtub, and then screaming under the water, that was in Perfect Blue first.
Yeah,
and he just copied it.
Did they credit the movie in the?
I think he bought some rights to the movie. He did some IP. He did some IP weirdness. So it was. It felt weird when I read about it. I was like, okay, all right, Hollywood.
Guys, the ship dinner is leaving.
No.
Ship dinner.
Are we ever getting that live-action Cowboy Bebop with Keanu Reeves?
No, mostly because...
Would Keanu Reeves be Spike?
Yes.
I don't know.
That's the worst casting I've ever heard in my entire life.
It could be worse, but agree. I don't think he'd be totally fit for the role. According to Keanu, the only time he's ever talked about it is that, yeah, it's not going to happen because if they wanted to make it right, it'd be the most expensive movie ever made.
Oh yeah, young Mina in this is also. I wish that they had done more with this, with the bringing, because as far as I can tell, this is the only Sun and Moon reference in the game. I don't think
which is weird because they could have done something with it.
I don't think they reference any other this in Sun and Moon here, and then Gen 2 a bunch. I don't think that they reference anything else otherwise, which is weird. But it is cool to see her the age that all the other trainers are, as opposed to the trial captains in Sun and Moon are all supposed to be older teenagers. So it's nice to see them around the age that the actual player characters are. That's a neat. Well,
I mean, because in Sun and Moon, Red and Blue are 20. So.
Yeah, they're 20 years old. So yeah, that's just a really neat detail. But anyway, I would like to thank everybody for stopping by. This fight's pretty short, so I'm just gonna start the sign off here. Because I'm gonna save, go to the Pokemon Center and save after this.
So we'll try again. Not obviously not Saturday because after Thanksgiving and all that, but at least here in the States, next Saturday.
Yeah. Well, let's see. It might depend on a couple of things. Definitely sometime next week, the week of the... I'm going to aim for Friday the 30th, but keep an eye on the... Twitter, the Updates BSC. I would make video updates on the...
You can get away with one every once in a while, but YouTube doesn't like it when you just post them constantly.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't like it when we advertise for Twitch on our channel. And there have been cases as extreme as people getting straight up banned. So we don't want to play take too many chances with that. So the Twitter is where we will be announcing these in the future, so keep an eye on that. But yeah, so next time we're definitely going to beat Surge, because he's really easy. So
we'll hit him with the Thunder Punch.
Hit him with the Thunder Punch. So yeah,
Surge in the anime is also an 8-foot behemoth.
Yeah, so we'll be going up against Surge next time, and hopefully we'll get through the rock tunnel. That's what I'll aim for next time, is getting through the rock tunnel, because
Mario 9919, it's not Thunder Punch, it's Thunder Punch.
Hit him with the Thunder Punch. If you can understand what he's saying, then you're not doing a good enough Surge impression.
Yeah, I don't know why they decided to make him, like, even dumber sounding Rocky.
It might have been. I don't know how closely they tried to mimic the Japanese voices, because I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to make him sound dumb, because he's supposed to specifically be American in the Japanese version. So, yeah. But yeah, thank you everybody so much for stopping by. Why don't we raid Miss Fushi, who is also playing Pokemon Sun and
what's gonna be our tag?
Yeah, what do we tag? What do we tag with? Oh no, we have to tag with hit him with the Thunder Punch.
Or no, Thunder Punch.
Thunder Punch. How do you spell that?
I'll type it in the chat.
Okay. So anyway, Thunder Punch. Okay. So anyway, Thunder Punch. All right. All right, there we go. Thank you everybody so much for stopping by. This was a really fun stream. And yeah, keep an eye out on the Twitter for when we announce the next one. Later.
Laters.